Hello and welcome. Right, we are going to do a deep dive into Lego Ninjago. The plan of attack is for myself this evening to find different bits and pieces under the Ninjago banner. I want to hunt down all of the older seasons and series that is about from basically series 1. I want to take a look at all of the snake minifigures and just hunt down what I can basically for my own display. Then, of course, if there's anything that you guys and girls have been building, anything that you're doing, anything that you want to take a look at, let me know and we can look into that as well. So it should all be nice and simple. Now, I'll wait for the notifications to go out and then we can just tuck in to the actual sets themselves, which will be nice and simple and easy as that. Now, of course, if you're watching this replay, there is the poll running. Now, the poll itself is for your next set purchase, whatever set that might be, whatever brand it might be, are you going to go for an Amazon sale, times 2 points or a good giveaway, get something in store in a sale, or a new theme day one? So what's the reason you're going to be getting something new? And at the moment, we're 4 votes in, and everybody has said that your next set purchase is going to be times 2. And we have the first comment coming in saying, "Where's Matt? I am on the screen talking. Can you not hear me? Hello, DJI. Hopefully you are good." So Tim is 100% of the people that voted for, but actually, I think there must be a massive delay because I've suddenly got 4 votes in, and people are now starting to come in. So everybody, Tim, has voted for the same thing so far, which is always a bit weird when it comes to a poll. My next purchase isn't listing on the poll. Well, what's yours then, Sean? Do tell. Let me know. I'd like to know what it would be. But it does seem to be that people do like a good giveaway or saving money any way that they can save money, obviously. But yeah, I'm just waiting for the notifications to go out, and then I'm just going to do a bit of a deep dive into the Ninjago stuff. Any sets that you guys and girls want to take a look at under the Ninjago banner, of course, let me know. If there's anything that you are thinking of building, buying, or doing this weekend, let us know as well. While the notifications are going out, let's get this giveaway up on the screen. So this giveaway at the moment is valued at $24.99. It's selling for more than that in the UK. Now, I do like the look of this, and I think a lot of people said over the last couple of live streams that they do like the look of this. Now, I am very, because we did a lot of research yesterday and a bit of a deep dive yesterday in the Chinese New Year stuff. And I am very, very tempted to pick up the Ninjago Temple for a Mortal Kombat display. You're going to be painting chocolate. Well, I didn't have time for much food, so I've got a biscuit tin beside me. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing. Jay is cooking. He's cooking a length with eggs. So we've got legs with hang on, God damn. So we've got length with eggs. We've got chocolate with a paintbrush, and yeah, that's not very helpful with that, Sean. I can't help you with that. You're not giving me too much with that. And let me just change that to that. And I just need to sort some bits and pieces out in the background. So yeah, so this is a bit of a debacle because there's a new giveaway coming. Potentially it's going to be through Double Points, or it probably start the Monday after Double Points finishes. But as it stands right now, this giveaway is going for quite a lot of money. So this is the first debacle of my Ninjago research is, do I get something to get this giveaway? If I do it, like I said, it's going to be the temple. And then I've got this to build as well, because I think this is a nice thing. And this would work within my Ninjago section. And I am going to be backtracking some of the Chinese New Year sets as well. It's the next set. Oh, it's the Art of Chocolate. That's not difficult, is it? Art of Chocolate. I can work that out. So apparently that's going to be the Art of Chocolate is Sean's new set. I believe in you. There we go. We can start humming and singing Cher. I'm sure Cher sang something along those lines. DJI said there's no option for U sets. Sometimes I buy already made ones, so I don't have to build them. Well, just that would technically come. What under the rules and regulations? What can that be? Just do it as Well, and under used, it would be sale, wouldn't it? So click on a sale. Go for that. It's close enough, isn't it? It's close enough. So the problem is with the polls, you can only add in 4. That's the issue with them. You can only add in 4 of them. So it would be nice to add in more, obviously, but I can't. So it's just lucky dip. But funny enough, I'm actually looking at used sets myself, which I do like. Because that's again coming down with the Ninjago bits and pieces. This is what I'm going to have to be. This is what I'm going to have to be doing. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with regards to these sets and just what is actually going to be happening as it goes through. So yeah, hopefully notifications are going out okay, and we've got a lot to get through because there's 1,000 different Ninjago minifigures out currently. Obviously, we're not going to be looking at all 1,000 minifigures this evening. I am going to go all the way back to Series 1. I want to see what sets they come in, and I also want to kind of figure out if it's feasible. And then I also want to see what the play sets were available at that time, if there's anything important to get, and then move on from there. And apparently, I might well be getting a dragon. There is very, very good potential. I think that is going to be a yes. 321 has come up top trumps with that. So Tim says, Little One and I are building a retired friend set right now. You can't go wrong with the friend set. 41725. Let's have a look, see at that, shall we? 41725. 41725. Oh, nice. 4+ beach buggy. That is right, isn't it? 41725. Let me just double check the chat. 41725. Yeah. So these 4+s are fantastic because there's no stickers, big shells, big pieces. It's a really good way of getting you off Duplo, and then you go into the next phase. So the 4+ line is a relatively new line to the Lego group. All new molds, all new sorts of pieces. All the pieces are much, much bigger. So there's lots of new bits involved in that. So, but they're getting the price of them now are getting much, much better than what they were. And again, with regards to Star Wars and Friends, they're starting to add in more figures and all of that kind of things with them as well, which I think is really smart. So my first debacle for myself, as we are going to be doing a deep dive into this, is I could either pre-order the mech and something else and just get to the 135 price point to get the giveaway. But this is, I think I'm going to have to get this for space. I think this is going to be my first problem. And now this is going to lead into other bits and pieces because this is an elemental tournament. So this elemental tournament means there's elemental minifigures. Now, if you start to search the sets and minifigures that are available for the Elemental Masters stuff, well, there's tons of them. So as you're looking at those minifigures in the background, let me get up the next thing. So actually, we'll start with Series 1. No, we'll do Elemental Masters first. Where can we find them? Because there's literally, well, there was quite a few different places that you could potentially get the minifigures from. But they're just, some of them are so expensive. So there's a 33 official there's 33 of them apparently to pick them up. Now, where is the website that I was looking at before? I think we get jumped on by Smudge. Fandom, is that you? Yes, right, okay. Let me just let this page load up because there's so many adverts on it, and then we'll go through this. Right, so this is one of the websites I need to scout and scour and do is this one. So on this website just here, you've got all the different elemental masters. So you've got elemental masters of different realms before the base. So it tells a full story of anything. So the Tournament of Elemental Powers called the Tournaments of Sources. That's a set. You've got the Dragon Sources and the Elemental Powers. You can see that you've got the minifigures that are just in there for the Lego Masters. So I want to try and find all the different ones, because you've got the Serpentine, the first war of the Serpentine, and then it carries on now with Series 1. So there's tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of them. But I'm just hoping that they've actually got a list. If not, I've seen the list of Series 1, and I'll scout those first instead. And then we'll go from there. Darkness Overlord, only one. Mystique, yeah. So that's the list. There's so many of them. So you've got all the different ones. You've got the Elementals of Fire. You've got the Master of Fire, Fire Master, Ray, and Kai. So Kai, Ray is the dad, but you have got the first Master of Fire. And then you've got to basically read all about those different bits and pieces. So it is a minefield of different bits and pieces. But all of these minifigures would go with this. But what I am going to do, just to keep it a little bit easier, is just have a look. Is what were the Ninjago Lego sets for Series 1? Because I will see if I can find the SKU code. I can then type them into Bricklink, and I can share in Bricklink. Right, here they are. Right, okay. This is what I've already found. So we're going back to the same website. I thought this would be the same. So we have got these sets just down here. So I need you guys and girls to let me know if you think there's anything worth getting from these. I'll make the bits and pieces larger. So wave 1 was all the way back in 2011. Released in early 2011, the wave consisted of 10 play sets based on the Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu pilot episode, featuring ninja battling Skeleton Army, of course, and the 4 golden weapons of Spinjitzu. Now, I'm going to be going through these, showing these off, and then you guys and girls can let me know what you think I need. And of course, hang on. Well, what? Well. So it is official. It is official. They've started with brickheads, but turtles are going to be a thing. Well, hang on. So this is exactly what happens in these live streams. You can help me do bits and pieces, but at the same time, we just bounce off stuff that you guys and girls want to look at, and that's how it's going to work. But hang on. Well, it's nothing I can share. It's not out as of yet. There's custom ones. There's custom ones made. Oh, apparently there was a rumor in. There we go. So the rumor in October 2025 is that was a TMT rumor. So that rumor now has come true. So Brickheads 2026 rumors. This now, going by what Jay has just sent me, is now a thing. Apparently. Well, it looks like they've got the license, Jay. Absolutely. Right. DJI says, hang on. Raz is my favorite newer figure in Ninjago. He seems to be inspired in China. Yeah, that's it. Inspired of the Chima. And wherever he has this dude in the show, he's bossy over. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I wonder who that is. I wonder who the higher power is for him. Hang on. Lucy says, it's totally messed, but they said they could do a discount on it for me if I want it, and sure, I like good boxes. Hang on, what are we going on about? I've got so many comments coming through. Right, 321 says, so I went to the Cardiff Lego store today, got some pick-a-brick standard, was chatting to the guy, and they have 4 TIE Fighter Death Star giveaways in stock, and they have the Death Star on display. But the box is totally messed up. They said they could do a discount on it for me if I wanted. Unsure as I like good boxes. I don't know. And Jay also says, I started the sail barge 1 year ago. Might continue it soon as it has a home. Yes, it's Jay. You're a bit slow when it comes to these bits and pieces. It comes a bit of piece. I caught up with everybody else. And apparently, I haven't caught up with anybody else. Picking it up tomorrow. Sean is picking up The Art of Chocolate tomorrow. Well. That is all good, sexy fun then. So congratulations for that. Ultra Brick, welcome. Hi all, I'm back. What, have you landed, Ultra Bricks? You back in this country? What's going on? Yeah, 321 says you've got to get it done, Jay. That's absolutely filthy. Right, it's Tim says, if someone wants to get one for me, I think they're worth buying. Yes, I think you're right. I think the 4+ sets are worth. I think the 4+ sets are worth buying. Right. So this is the stuff that I basically now am doing a deep dive into. So we're going to start off with wave 1, and of course we're going to be looking at any news, any new sets, anything that you guys and girls are going to be looking at as well. This is going to take a while because you've got to understand that you're going all the way back from 2011, and they're still making sets in 2026. So, say, for example, the Spinjitzu Dojo will have an elemental figure in it. So, if they've got the photos, which I'm hoping they have, I think, because this website has got so many adverts, which is nothing wrong with that, because they obviously need to make the money from it, so I'm not complaining. However, I'm going to use Bricklink and type in the SKU code and see what we can find, right? Because that way we can actually see what the sets, how much the sets are as a rough guide. So 2258 is the first set, just as a test. I just want to see if they go back that far. 2258. They've got it right. Let's go on to this. So it's a bundle pack, apparently. Oh, it's the Golden Weapons, is it? Oh, all right. So the first ever set is this. It's a super pack 3-in-1. So there's your skeleton army. Well, I say skeleton army. It's not really skeleton army. This is a thing that they get in the States a lot, where they do these sort of master packs of Star Wars and stuff like that. Walmart's, I think they are. We don't get them over here. It's a 50-50. Potentially, maybe it's a 50-50. What is that? What's that? Here's my number. Call me maybe. You listening to that sort of random strong? Hi all, I am back in the stream. So we've got Eminem. Guess who's back? Guess back again. And then we've got potentially maybe it's 50-50. So you guys and girls are still singing in tune. Sheen's also getting the caravan. Oh, I wonder what's going on. Disgustingness going on. So I would say I don't think I need them. So that's all right. So we can move off from this. Obviously I could just search by legacy sets. I've just seen that comment come through, but I want to go all the way back, because don't forget the legacy, they do slightly different figures with, don't they? So 25. So let's have a look. I've got the list on this tab. I can't use the Lego website because I think these are too old. So if I type in 2504 on the Lego website, 2504, it's never coming up, is it? So 2504, wait for the O bricks. No, we got an oops. We don't even have an O bricks. So I'm going to use the SKU codes from this, but I'm going to type it in on this. So 2504. 2504. There's two of them. £55 it's worth. Got the original box. Got the original box for £5. So they've got pictures of the sets. Oh, there we go. So this is the army that they Ah, yes, this is what we want to see. This is what we want. So this is the first army that they fought against in the pilot episodes, mind. Don't forget, this is just all of these sets, and I mean all of these sets. This is the incredible thing. So what is there? There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. They did 9 Ninjago Lego sets for 2 episodes. That's it. 2. So they threw all of the money in the basket. But the amazing thing is that you can army build these, and then in the first season they fight against the snakes. Well, yes, they have. So Jay's saying about the Mythic Legions, but don't forget, Jay, look at the year that we're in. We are way, way, way back when. Right, let me catch back up with all of everybody, and then I'll carry on going back through. So, yeah, I agree. It'd be cool if they do more pilot Lego. Well, yeah, I mean, I've got to be honest. I've never seen. I didn't see the pilot sets. I've only been looking from series 1. So, because I've been looking at the snakes. I knew the skeletons were in the pilot episode, but I completely forgot that. Well, I didn't even realize they did pilot sets. Jay is talking. So building can be resumed. Ryan, it says, I went to the Lego store today and told me to. Went to the Lego store today and they told me to pull my trousers back up and get out the store and not to come back. Never get treated like that in River Island. No, that's it. Maybe you got the changing rooms mixed up. Yes, assemble the army. Absolutely. Yeah, so basically, I think everybody's agreeing that Jay has spent far too. Oh, the 50-50s on the caravan. Oh, well, to be honest, all you got to say, 3, 2, 1, is what would the caravan look like with a little bit of snow on top? That's all you need to think of. Hang on. 5, 4. Series 4, isn't it? Or 3. 3 or 4? So all you've got to think of is what would this caravan look like with white trees, a little bit of snow on the ground, and a little bit of snow on the roof. I mean, the fire wouldn't work very well, but it would go well with the A-frame cabin. And of course, well, somebody, I do believe, is winterizing their A-frame cabin. So, yes. Jay says, yeah, a backlog of about 50 Lego sets and 500 figures to open. You need to get on with that. He's already cast. Well, that was a selling point. It was even in the description. Hang on, I will read the description out for you, Sean. Where are we? They even had a picture. Look, there it is. They put it with the A-frame cabin because they said that's what it was meant to go with. So there we go. So there are sales happening in the chat. I like that. So yes, we will carry. Like I said, this is the whole point of the stream. This is what we do, isn't it? In the evenings, I just cry and do a bit of research and just hope for the best. So the nice thing is, look, is the minifigure is saying it. This appears in the 2 sets. So it appears in this one, which is obviously his vehicle, and t'other one, which we had just seen. So do we get a bit of a photo of that? Yeah, we do. So you get Wu and you get Zane. And that is the first spin. Well, I guess it's his first dojo. It's not classed. I don't really think it's classed as a temple. It's got a lot of moving pieces. You do get the spinner, I do believe, for Wu. You get a different type of Zane, but I do like that. I do like that figure. So I don't know. How do you find? What I need your help with is if you guys and girls can actually find the Skeleton Army minifigures on Bricklink, I then know how many there are and how much they cost. Otherwise, it's going to take me about 6 years just to get through all of the sets on the pilot. God damn it. Oh, well, it's there. I mean, I've done my research for you. I knew it worked perfectly with the A-frame cabin, and the fact that you could just cover all of that in snow, and you can have a nice little camping pitch out in the snow. I think that would be absolutely splendid. Right, next one that we are going in for. So that was a Spinjitzu Dojo. So what is in Garmadon's Dark Forest? 2505. Okay, 2505. What is that? So we've got the sticker sheets. There it is. Oh, new and sealed. 325 for this. Outrageous. There we go. Do you want a skeleton fortress in your collection? Oh dear. Obviously, you're going by Bricklink prices. I've never seen this set. I have never ever seen this. So who do you get? You get Kai and the sister. The weird thing is that I'm looking at Nia, and that is literally the figure that has just been done in the anniversary. That's the amazing thing, just with a bit better printing. So you've got Garmadon up at the top, and yeah, because it's all of these. Oh, right, okay. So that's the skeleton that's included in this one. There's a massive fight that breaks out. All goes wrong, and he ends up literally blowing up because he holds all four of the golden weapons. So is that working? Yes, it is. So they're just the same photo, yeah. So it comes with 2 instruction booklets, and that's the box artwork. So luckily, it's all a simple pass from me. All a simple pass. So yeah, I don't have to worry about that at all. And I have just seen Ryan say it looks like a cheap version of He-Man Castle. Yeah, I can kind of see that, to be fair. But this was the pilot one, though, isn't it? This was just, I'm amazed actually they've done these sets. I didn't think they did any of the sets from the pilot episode because it was just 2 episodes. And the army, so they did 2 episodes with the skeleton army because obviously I am rewatching I've just literally binge watched in 3 nights all of series 1 again, and the skeleton army helps the ninjas beat the snakes. I completely forgot that in the pilot episode that's what it was all to do with. 2518. So 2518. I'm just interested in the prices as well. So £124 for this. Obviously, this is just Bricklink, but this is all the way. So if this was new and sealed from 2011, it's £124. Good grief. But obviously, these are obviously sought after because I'm assuming. Luckily for me, again, I can. Oh, don't, Jay. Don't. So I knew this was going to be bad with Jay because it is literally what I've been trying to tell him for many, 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 many years. They literally have army builders of different stuff, and you've got when we get to the ghosts, you've got the clear ghosts. They're incredible. You've got the bone in series 1. You've got the snakes in series 2 and 3. Is it Resurrection? No, Resurrection is series 2, isn't it? Series 3, I think they change. There's literally temples which are haunted with clear elements going all the way through. That's very true. It is. I mean, we can't. I know, Ryan. We can't quite get over the clogs, but this is for what it is. We got 163 pieces, 2011, two figures. Again, it's that character again. Look, which comes in those 2 sets. Oh, that's how you do it. So it's down there. That's it. So if you wanted the ATV, luckily I got no interest in it at all. It doesn't matter, so I can miss that. I'm just going to show off all the other vehicles for everybody because skeleton bowling 25. What the hell? I am going down a slippery slope, and I haven't even got to the first series yet. Skeleton bowling, is it what I actually think it is? Yes, it is. That's all right. It's not actually from. It's not. Is it? No, it's the training. That's okay. So no, it's just a training thing. It's not. I thought it was the actual skeleton army. It's not. So that's okay. I was getting a bit. I was getting a bit itchy then, thinking, is it those same skeletons again? But what was the price of? What was the price of that? £22. £22 incomplete. £82 used. £303 new in the box. If you want it. No. That's a nice easy pass from me. That's all right. That one's not too bad. The Battle Arena from Winter 2011, 2520. So what is going to show up on here? 66 new. Okay. Golden weapons. Again, it's just random bits and pieces. So you got Cole with a random skeleton. Luckily, that's a nice easy pass from me. I don't have to worry. I can't believe you haven't seen these. Well, yeah, they've been out since 2011, but I didn't know they did the pilot ones. I honestly thought they started. I thought the Ninjago Lego set started with the snakes. I've never in my life looked for pilot episodes. That is a bargain. You could buy 503 permanently. Well, you could do. How are you getting on with your Oompa Loompas as well, by the way, Ryan? Are you winning? I'm not 100% sure with that. We're talking in code. Jay says, I'm building an army of my Mythic Legion skeletons. When you see the finish next week, you will want these skeletons. Well, the problem is, Jay, is you are going to see an army of snakes next, and then you're going to tell me I'm going to need those as well. So that would be easy enough. And apparently, Tim says, lose like £300. I am a fat man. I am a fat man. There we go. Right, so that is near enough all of them, I think, because we had Turbo Shredder 2263. I haven't typed them all in, but some of them came up 2263. So this is when they. Oh, I know exactly what this one's from. It's when they storm the blacksmith. They come in and take the map, complete with instructions, no box, only £32. So for whatever reason, this one doesn't hold its value. But you got bizarre, isn't it? You got two minifigures and just a generic skeleton. Maybe the reason why the others are so expensive, it's the only sets you can get those figures from. So just for the sake of Jay, because we have, like I said, we've got a lot to get through. I'm not rushing it either. So Garmadon's Dark Fortress 2505. One more last look at this. So there's 3. I'm assuming there's 3 new. It has to have the minifigures though. That's the thing. Somebody in America wants £443 for this. So basically what they do is they have a huge fight in front of this. Basically, it's like the whole squad that does it. But that's the expensive one. I bet that minifigure is quite a lot of money, but I don't know how to look because I would quite like the figure, to be honest, rather than actually having all the play sets. I would like certain characters as representation of stuff. But as I am going big, and I'm going to have these different zones, so I'm going to have like the 2 big temples. Yes, they are the 2 big temples: the Mortal Kombat temple and the temple of Jitsu. I'm going to have both of those on one table with all the Elemental Master minifigures around it. It's all going to be on white and blue base plates. The white base plates is going to be all Zane and everything else. This, to put this, where this actually is located is in literally the depths of pits of hell with regards to a Ninjago. That's what it is. It's in like the underworld, I think. So I think the Upside Down, I think Stranger Things started to copy all of this. So this would have to be in a really volcanic, dark, dingy place. Now, if you wanted to watch the pilot episodes, they're like 14 minutes each, and there's only 2 of them, and they are on ITVX. And at this time of night, there are no adverts either. You just hit play, they play the first couple of adverts, and then literally it will just play the episode, no advert in the middle, and can carry on playing it. So that is a new set to me that I have not yet seen. But we are going to be carrying on to the next lot because, of course, wave. Oh my good grief. Hang on. There's a wave 2 of the pilot episodes. It doesn't finish. Oh, this is the Temple Fire. Ooh. Now, the Temple Fire, new and sealed, I've seen it for about 500 quid. Which makes sense. The Temple Fire being in that because it is part of it. Yes, it is. Oh dear. Right. So I've seen some, but not all. Wave 3 is what I was going to get Jay's attention with, which is the Rise of the Snakes. So we haven't even got to the snakes yet. So it's still on these. Right. 2506. So 2506. Let's take a look at this. Right. Again, there's a bundle. The truck. £161 new and sealed for this. And again, it's just the minifigures I want. Just I just want the skeleton one and me because it's when we get to the snakes. Each leader of the snakes has a different it's like a staff with a snake head on the top. I've got a very, very funny feeling that each one of those minifigures are horrendously expensive. I am not paying any of that. If I am not going for that, don't you worry. That is very, very expensive. But no, I'm just looking at these for the sake of looking at them for the hang on, let me go back through. Oh, here we go. Hang on. Jay says, I also have a Mythic Legion snake army. Yes, well, I know you do. So in about 10 minutes, we'll be looking at all the different Lego snakes with the minifigures. And then you can let me know, because there is specific snakes that I want. I need them to go with the roller coaster display that I'm going to be doing. And I don't actually know how to find them individually. So I'm going to need people's help with that. See, Jay and Ryan, you've got something in common. So Ryan says, I sold both of my Mythic Legions, just got a couple of Cosmic Legions left. So Ryan's a really big toy collector, Jay, like Jay. So you two can have a good chit-chat amongst each other. Can't call back up with anything else. I'd love a large ornament of my own head on my car bonnet. Sounds like Newport. What sounds like we should... I've just clocked onto that. Yeah, I walked into that one. So yeah, that is the... truck skull. That's what the box artwork looks like. That is what the bits look like, and that's it. So obviously very, very basic sets. I would like the skeleton army, but I think at the moment I might have got away with we also have toilets in common. Oh yeah, by the sounds of it, I think you two do love a good squat and drop, that's for sure. Right, so the next thing is, this is where 2507. This is where I know it's going to get expensive. I've seen this plenty of times. This, if you get this used, it's not much money at all. But there are 250. Oh, used. Oh dear. I was going to say it's not much money at all, but it is. So there isn't even one new one here. So there's 4 of them. None of them are new, and this is what it is. Now you get. Oh, we can have a look at all the figures. So you've got Kai. This, annoyingly, I actually need these minifigures. I need all 4, because don't forget, there was only 4 of them. There's no Green Ninja when this came out. I haven't got any Ninjago characters with this printing. So if people can help, that would be fantastic, because I would like a representation of all 4 of those. You've got a cool skull character. Again, that's what he looks like. It's massive heads, aren't they? That's the one with the 4 arms. Now, I wonder where they got the 4-arm idea from. Yes, he does do the same thing as the Star Wars character as well, which made me giggle when I saw it. I was like, oh, yeah, they've just done the... And it's the same battle. It's the same sort of thing. So there's a lot of Star Wars references in this as well. But I don't have that. This is actually pretty much the exact same print, apart from the face bit, as what they've just released in the new anniversary set. So I have her, so that's okay. I've just clicked the wrong button. Fantastic. But I think it might be the fire temple that opens. It's got so this, yeah, so it's exactly the same as the Creel house, but they did it much larger in 2011. Woo, I have got a Woo like this, similar, but I would imagine it would be a slightly different coloured hat or a slightly different print on the leg. And then again, Zane, completely different print on the front of this one. So I do need the original. I need the 2011 4 is who I need. But I don't know how you would do it. So that'd be it's a different problem for a different day. So 2508. Who's in 2508? So this is the set that I just got, I do believe, the blacksmith that they've just redone. So that's their attempt of a blacksmith. And you've seen what I've been building, that massive blacksmith. This obviously isn't. Oh, it has. It's got the map. Yeah, it is. This is their interpretation of the blacksmith. And they've now done the redo. I would imagine there's a legacy version of this. So again, just as a recap for people that are wondering what I'm going on about, you've got the Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu, and then you've got the legacy, which is when they redid the sets again and made them just much better. But now you've got Ninjago Legacy, which is the Masters of Spinjitzu line, but you've got the Rising Dragon stuff coming out at the same time. So that's why there's lots of different sets at the moment. But yeah, my blacksmith compared to this, completely different. The new one does have the map, I think. I need to double check that, actually. Good afternoon, evening, or morning to you. Hopefully work's not too bad. I'm just going through all the pilot episodes, Lego sets from Ninjago, and making a list of figures that I needed. I'm not too sure, actually. That's a really good question. Does it come with that? Well, I haven't finished building it yet, so I'd like to think it does. So I will find out, DG, soon. I will find out rather soon. So yes, could easily have a skeleton army, and I don't think that would be a problem. Just because at the moment there's no sets that are jumping out at me needed. I don't think. I mean, obviously you guys and girls can say. I mean, obviously. Oh, sorry, Sean. The caravan look just happens to go with the A-frame. I wonder what that would look like winterized as well. I think that'd look really nice. Anyway, we are here. So we've got the Earth Dragon Defense 2509. So this is Lloyd's, isn't it? So this is from the Golden Weapons. £216 for this. And that's Rocky. That's Rocky, that is, because that is Cole's dragon. Yes, I know the names of the dragons as well. They're redoing, aren't they, the Legacy Ultimate Dragons? That was on the list. From another country, Ultra Bricks. How's the snow? How are you getting on with that? Right. That's dark. That is dark, isn't it? Good grief. Good Lord. At least, well, yeah, I guess you never get to see your own skeleton, is what Ryan's coming on. And Ryan could do poetry for a living. Good grief. Oh, dear. Dear, dear, dear. Yeah, so how long was your flight as well, by the way, Ultra Bricks? And hopefully you're good, Oakley. Hopefully you're good. So Oakley does a Ninjago minifigure of the day as well, by the way. So okay. Well, I can see the comments going through. We're all horrible with each other, aren't we? It's like, oh, by the way, you need this, and then all of a sudden, oh, by the way, you thought of that. It's like, no, I haven't. This is the same can, by the way, which I opened up at 3:00, 3:30. It's still fizzy-ish and really cold. That's how cold that loft was. 8-hour flight. That's all right then. How long are you there for? How long are you there for? I tell you what, I do like that. I like the fact it's called Rocky as well, but that is a different story, because if they're going to do the Ultra Dragon, which we will see on this list, they're redoing that in the Legacy, and I am all in on that, which is a dragon with 4 heads, and you can't go wrong with that at all, because they all hit their ultimate potential, I do believe. 2521 is next. So they have individual dragons that basically chill out at the monastery. Then they all fly off, and then they come back as one dragon as a different color, glowing with 4 heads. So this is Jay. You have your own dragon, and it is fighting against, yes, that is a helicopter with the most vicious rear blade I think I've ever seen on a set so far. Just a few days back late this week. Well, hopefully it's a successful trip, business or personal. Hopefully you're having a nice time. So that's the main thing. The dragon did look good. Yeah, the dragon did look good. But it's amazing to think that these are all the way back in 2011, but they got much bigger printed heads, because even that looks like it's got all the printing on the top. They've literally done a Rivendell for this wave, haven't they? They've gone all in, hoping that they would sell. And here we are 15 years later talking about them. Or longer than, 15 years later. But that's your instruction booklet, and that's what the set looks like. And they included these little spinner things, which some people liked, some people didn't, I guess. But yeah, so this is all from the Spinjitzu stuff. No, hopefully it's not too big. 2254. How much is that? Oh my good grief. Look at the price. Incomplete 426. 100% complete with all minifigures. Jay, your dragon is £591 on Bricklink. Obviously, you can get this much, much cheaper from elsewhere, potentially. But that is what people are now thinking these sets are worth. Why would you pay 1,250 pieces? £200 for that? 1,200. They are taking the bejesus, aren't they? What's the coal one then? 2509. 2509. I didn't even look at the price for that one. 216 plus. Good grief. There's money in these sets. Money in these sets. Right. 2254 is the next number. 2254. Oh. Formula One pit stop, apparently. Anybody get this? From the classic town? I have these cars, I do believe. I do actually have these. This is obviously a wrong SKU number. Oh, we've got knowledge. It was only out for 2 months. So the Jay's Dragon is super expensive because it was only out for 2 months. What was the reasoning for that then? Did they recall it or something? Jay, your dragon might be the most rarest Lego set in history. Sean is asking, where's Bullwinky? Winky? Winkle. How are you getting on with your detaching of the bricks as well, by the way? All right. That's fine. Let's need to find the other 2254. Oh, 2254. Ah, right. £162 starting on with a mountain toe. Okay, so luckily, I think I've escaped. I think I've escaped the pilot series. I think. So that's fine. Just a skeleton army characters. I think I'd need. Again, from a minifigures perspective, I don't think there's anything that jumped out, unless Jay decides I need that skull army right beside the Lord of the Rings eyeball on a load of black base plates and lava with a massive battle going on. Then there's potential, because what we're about to see next is stuff along those lines. And I'm assuming we might have a volcano. Right, so these are the volume of sets that we're now going to be looking at for Wave 3. So this is all Rise of the Snakes that came out in 2012. So you can see all of these that I will type in bigger. The vehicles, to be fair, look pretty cool, to be honest, because they're all they're all snake things. And then we'll go into Wave 4. So Wave 3. Okie dokie. So we're looking at 9440. 9440. What have we got here? So shrine. So £24. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Don't need it, but it's quite nice, because that's again, look at the detail they put in the top of the head. Which would look amazing next to that? Would look amazing next to Baron Door. Which one are we talking about, Ultra Bricks? Please just confirm which one it was, because I have a very, very bad feeling I know what one you're going to say. And if it is the one which was the skeleton, it is all set in lava with a very, very dark, dingy backdrop. But I'll just wait. I'll just wait for Ultra Bricks to confirm. But no, this is obviously Zane. Can you see how the outfits have changed? So Zane's outfit from here, different shoulder, the top, and the print is all different. So I do need the pilot episode. I would like for the collection. Obviously, I would really like them. The original 4 minifigures from the pilot episode, at least. I think we saw all 4 of the characters. Yeah, we did see them. But that is the first one, and then 9441 is second. 9441. So we've got Kai's Blade Cycle. So these, now you're getting into, that's what is needed. The staff. Oh, so is that scales? That's a serpentine staff, and you've got 4 of those to collect. Yeah, so this is the thing. There's a lot of them are going to have legacy versions as well. But what I'm after, I don't want the vehicles. I don't want any of those. What I'm after is I want the snakes. So I think that's supposed to be scales. I think, but he's got legs. Because obviously when he took over the power, he had the tail, didn't he? But there's 4 of these, and each one has a different bit. And it's basically like trying to get the Harry Potter golden figs or something like that. And this would be amazing to have all 4, because one of these is hidden under a theme park ride, right beside a roller coaster, which is by a Ferris wheel. So can you see why I'm setting this up within that? The skeleton army you mentioned, yes, I think it would. Yeah, I think it would. Put the skeletons on the black base plates, but Baron Door, put that skeleton thing in front of it, and you're away. Wow, can anybody find that set any cheaper than that? Bugger. 2505. Do I say I have to have a representation of every single Ninjago series? Even if it's just one set. But the 2505. But where can you get this from? Because could you just imagine Baron Door directly behind it? All on black base plates, full of lava. And all I would need is 3 more minifigures and Woo. Garmadon is up at the top. And then I could just put a load of skeletons in there. That's it. That's all I'd need. That's the display completely finished. Completely finished. Ooh. Ooh. The night is young. The night is young. I'm glad I got the biscuit tin beside me. Yes, right, okay. That is something I need to hunt down then. But I don't know where you could get this apart from Bricklink. I'm never ever going to be paying that amount of money for this. I don't know where. Just doing a bit of research on my phone. What's this? 2505. No. This is something to pick up with a battered box at a toy convention, I would imagine. Because if you're a full-blown hardcore collector, you would want it mint. And if you're trying to do what I want to do, I don't mind about the box artwork. Ooh, okay. Right. Yeah, I can see that working. Because the eyeball, funny enough, I've actually already made a video about the eyeball, because the eyeball itself for Lord of the Rings, and obviously what it's to do with where they're trying to melt the ring and all that kind of nonsense and whatever else. The snakes has the same thing, because I don't know if there's a volcano included, because I'm assuming we're going to see it in this, which is the bounty, the original bounty, and they go to melt the fang blades. That thing that I've just shown you. They go to melt it, and 9442. And I thought I could recreate that, but if I could recreate a double whammy with it, then that would be pretty cool. So 9442, £77. Storm the Fighter. There's the other staff. So they all came with the vehicles, did they? Because you can see it's a different color. So I need that figure with that. Forget the actual thing it's on. It'd be cool to have them all on that, obviously, but I could just have the figure holding that, because they all walk with them, and then they've got an army, like a snake army. But I need all 4. But I do not know how to search them individually. So if anybody can do it in the background, then obviously let us know. But yeah, that looks this is interesting now. So 9443 is the Rattlecopter. So 9443. I'm assuming, because there's so many sets. There's the staff again. And this time you've got Tiny Lloyd. So you should be able to get it easy enough. Well, I say easy enough in multiple different sets. And you've got Lloyd and Kai in his fighting thing. And they obviously make all these bits up out of scrap pieces, don't they? And you've got the actual snakes as well. So yeah, there might be an army of snakes. 9444 is next. So 9444 is Coles. Does it have one? Yes, it does. See, Cole comes with. Oh, so this is how. So these are the sets they come in. Then that's obviously they're all 4 vehicles is what they come in because Lloyd isn't a Green Ninja in this yet. Brave man. Hang on. What's going on? Right, hang on. I've got to have a look at the chat in a different way because I'm obviously missing stuff. Oh, by the way, the poll, there's 13 votes. 23% of you want Amazon. 69% of you want times 2 points. Nobody's going in store to shop, and it's day 1 theme. Sean says, brave man. I think, I don't know what that, I'm missing. There's obviously, hang on. I am on live chat, so I'm still having problems with my chat. Because I missed loads of Ultra Bricks' comments in the last stream, and I didn't catch up until later on. Right, so that's 3. I need to write these sets down, don't I? I'm going to write these down. I'm going to grab a pen. Hang on. There we go. We're back. We are back. Right, I have a pen. I have some matchmakers as well, which is exciting. Right, so the figures was there one with Zane? 9440. Was there one with Zane? Yes. Oh, there was. Look. Yeah. Okay. I wonder if these are the ones that I'm thinking of. I hope they are. So you've got 9440, 41, 42, 4344. Easy enough. Right, 9445 is next. So we've got the truck. So there's that I know for a fact that this is extremely expensive. So this character holding his length is expensive. And you would want both of those because again, you can army build all these, can't you? Full snake display in front of a roller coaster, just like it is from Series 1. Because that's it. Because like I said, the Series 1, all the snakes are going round battering everybody in a theme park, and then they just try and kill everybody. Ultra Brick say, I may pre-order Zelda on times 2 points, but wish the giveaway was better, so might sit it out. Ooh. Oh, yeah, because you've already got because you said you've already picked it up, haven't you? Oh no. What things or what would I what army, Ryan, would I put in the middle of it? That's the question. But no, that's another set I can look at for these minifigures, which is 4-5. I'm gonna have to do some deep diving and figure out where I can actually pick some of these up from. Here it is. 9446. How expensive is this? Are we ready? 9446. Oh. I thought that was going to be a lot worse than that. So the original Destiny's Bounty, which was used a huge... Obviously, it's much, much, much smaller than the current one that's out because each bounty, different prices, different sizes, different scales, different everything. But that's what's going on with it. It does convert as well. So it goes, I think it grows. I think it gets more, I think it gets longer in the middle. But you've got the two ninjas, you've got the shafty bit, you've got Garmadon with 4 arms in this one, and the 2 snakes. That is scales as well. So I don't need it, but these would be the characters that I would want. So Destiny's Bounty is 9446. But I think this bounty gets used almost the most before it just, as always, blows up. Okay. So Oldbrook says, the Lion Dance giveaway appears before the times 2 points, or disappears before times 2 points. I think then the penguin heart then, yeah, I think so. I think that's the thing. That was in, yeah, it was. Yeah, it's very true. They were at the scrapyard and they made all these different vehicles up, and then they did it with the long trait, didn't they? Where they were the train that was going to the Devourer, the big huge snake. I wonder if that's a set. I wonder. I bet you there'll be a snake pit somewhere. But yeah, Oh, sorry, Ultra. I misread what you said. You're going to order it on times 2 points, but you wish the giveaway was better. Yeah, because obviously you've currently got this giveaway, haven't you? It's a shame they haven't got this giveaway currently on times 2 points, because that would have been amazing. But not to be. Yeah, because the Wrecking Ball, that's coming up in a second. That was actually in the... that was actually in the scrapyard. Oh, no, I've already clicked on this one. My bad. Yeah, that I've already clicked on. So we'll move on to the next. 9455. Is that the same thing? What's going on with that? Oh, no. Just look the same. So that's the next thing. So again, you've got a variation of a mech. You've got what looks like a banana to me, to be honest. And then you've got Cole's original golden weapon. Because, of course, they had golden weapons, didn't they? And then they went through. No, I've got over to the Philippines a lot. I would like to go over to is it Shanghai? They've just opened up a Legoland park over there. It's the world's largest Legoland park. It is biblically big as well. I would like to do that. Hang on. It is in China, but I just don't, because there's one in Japan and there's one in China. So here we go. So you've got a huge, it's Shanghai. Yeah, Shanghai Resort. China's first Legoland resort officially opens. Yeah, so it's big, this place. I mean, look at the size of that for a start. That's just, I can't believe that is a Legoland park, and that is the size of the Legoland Hotel. I would need 2 days to film that. But the Miniland, I mean, look at that for a Miniland. Indoor, fully roofed. And yes, that is all ice with, I mean, it's just, I've seen some photos of it. And the only problem is with trying to get over to Beijing is the visa. Because you can go Because what I wanted to do is do Shanghai, Malaysia, for the Legoland parks, because obviously it's what I like doing. I like going around there and doing all these bits and pieces. So I've done Philippines, I've done Singapore, I've done Malaysia, I've done all of that sort of way, but I've not gone over to Japan and China yet, because there's a Japan resort in. Sorry, there's a Legoland park in Japan, and then there's one in China. And I was going to hop from Shanghai to Malaysia, and it was a really, really cost-effective way of doing it, because if you went in from the UK to Shanghai, Malaysia, Malaysia home, it was cheaper than going to Shanghai and back, which was bizarre. But then the visa was really expensive. I was like, oh, it's such a shame. So I just need to look into it a little bit more. There we go. So yeah, I to be honest, I didn't pay any attention to the original Ninjago stuff. I would imagine. I didn't know what it was, I guess, when it first came out. What caught, because obviously the film came out a couple of seasons after, and then the film caught my eye, and then I sort of then started to look. So yeah, I don't know. Let me just go back through. Right, yeah. Okay, I think I've caught up with the chat, but I'm reading two different chats in two different ways, so it's a little bit more of a pain in the backside. Right, so the the Spinner Battle Arena, 9456. That already sounds to me like I definitely don't need this. 9456. No. There we go. Apparently, you can something for £3. So you've got two figures and just a little thing where they go spinning around on. So that is not necessary for me. That is the A-frame cabin with a beautiful looking caravan just out in front of it. This is the next set that we're going to be looking at next. 9457. So 9457. This is the big one, isn't it? The big wrecking ball. Yeah. So this is expensive. Over £200. Look at the size of it. Yeah. So you've got, what do you get with this? So you get the figure that I want with its length. And you just get two random snakes and a character. So I wonder how you can find those minifigures. I wonder how you can get them. I actually don't know. I don't know. So if anybody wants to try and find out, then obviously let us know. But I know the UK gets it after America. So I think it's on its way. It's got to be on its way. I would think. There we go. Working on the. I'm glad you're enjoying the Cybertruck. How many? How long do you think that's going to take you to build? Nice. Okay, so you've done Manila to Shanghai, then Shanghai to Beijing, the Forbidden City in oh, fantastic. Okay, yeah, because I've done Manila as a hub, Manila, Singapore, Malaysia, but I didn't go to the way, and I've done some other bits around the Philippines as well, which is lovely to see. But Legoland based, it's. If you wanted to get to Legoland Malaysia, it's quicker to land in Singapore and then drive to the park, because it's at the right by the border, the Legoland Malaysia. Because if you land in Malaysia, you've got hours and hours to get back the other way. So I did Singapore, did a couple of days in Singapore, over to Malaysia, did the Legoland park over there, and I thought that was it was a fantastic park. It really was. And if you went to your Star Wars stuff, you would be blown away with the stuff that they had. Right, we're still carrying on with the the spring. So we're about to start looking at spring 2012 is where we're going to be looking at. So 9447. So this is spring 2012. So don't forget, this is still series 1. And we are looking at the bite cycle. So again, just these little snakes would do me fine. Happy days. There we go then. So yeah, I was really impressed by that when I saw it in the shop. I was really impressed. I think it looked really nice. Because that was Mega, isn't it? That did that, which is now Mattel. So yeah, it's got the old Mega stamped on the box. Very good looking thing, which is always nice. And as long as you're enjoying the build, that's all that matters, doesn't it? 9448 is the next one. So we are, like I said, we're in 2012, all the way back in 2012. Oh, it's the mech. Yeah, this is I think this would work really well for me with part of the theme park, because it's the Samurai's mech, and this mech gets used all series. It's not like it's normally where they just have it once and then it gets destroyed. This is actually quite an important part of the show. Oh, look at that. He's got it. DJI has this one. Yeah, it's a great set, this one. There's a cave as well. I've seen the cave. I don't know what series it's in, but there's like a secret cave of a smaller mech with 2 other bits that they have in the cave as well. So this, I think this would work if you've seen the first season. Obviously, as a theme park perspective, this would actually work really well fighting all of the snakes. Right. Okay. So that's what 9448. Cool looking set. Nice looking set. 3 minifigures. Yeah. So that's probably. I'll put a star beside that. Maybe the first set I'd like to get. Maybe. He says it's only a maybe. Oh, well, that's a lie actually, because we want the snake, don't we? I'm writing that down. So we want if I can find it, the pilot snake with the Lord of the Rings eyeball. I think if that's going to, because that way I will have a representation of a pilot episode, a representation of a set from series 1. These though, 9449, they'll just be for the figures. I won't need any of these. So I can look at these and walk away, which is nice, because this is something that they make in the scrapyard. Great selection of characters, though. We can have a look at them like this. So, got a nice looking Cole, different version of Jay. Again, we've got the silver and the blue. And you've got Kai. The scar on his face, instead of the plaster, you notice that? It's got different. So, because he gets hurt in this. And then now, I think it's after series 1, he always wears a plaster. That is a fair bit of. Hang on. Pythor. I think I've seen this. What? I don't think this is a horrific amount of money. But it might be. The green are cool. I do like the print on these. Again, don't own any. I'm appalled by myself. And then there's Zane. So that's how you get all of the. That's how you get that team. With this set and those 2 minifigures back in 2012, got no care in the world for that set at all. It's 250 quid new. That's outrageous. 9450 is next. What is 9450? Oh, it's the dragon. Oh, they have given you the Devourer, but just much smaller. They've obviously redone that dragon. I mean, I've seen that dragon by itself. Yeah, they're amazing Ultra Bricks. This is the thing. This is why I'm doing this, because series 1 is basically set in a theme park for a lot of it, and then it ends up in a city with it, the last 2 or 3 episodes. It's all about this. They basically have to find bits. So they have to find like the shafts and things, and then they're going to get some nicer photos. Oh yeah, so they got Wu in his prison. Oh, yeah. Jay getting eaten. So you have got Lloyd in there for the first time, Child Lloyd, because they all try and help. And then you've got a 4-headed dragon, but they redid the 4-headed dragon, so that's okay. But all of that is a pass from me, which is fine, apart from, again, the figures. Because you've got the 4 golden weapons with Lord Garmadon, which is how it finishes. You've got these snakes where they realize they've done something wrong. This devourer, basically, as it eats, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But like I said, one of these snake bits that they hold is under the theme park. So that's why I thought, well, actually, it'll just work perfectly with my red roller coaster, and that's what happened. And yeah, you're right. They do. It's where Zane actually that vehicle. Oh, I wonder. You just reminded me. I wonder if that vehicle 9449 has the Zane with the split face, because that was the first time he did a Terminator look where his face came off. How did I get the minifigures up before? What did I actually do? I don't understand what I clicked on to get the minifigures up individually. I'm really confused with that, because yeah, so the vehicle's important. It's good fun as well. It is good fun. But what happens is the Devourer smashes the back of the vehicle up and Zane's in it, and his face peels off. And then that's the head print that they've just given you in 2026. So it's an important vehicle. It's a lot of money. It's an important vehicle. But yeah, you're looking at £200 sealed. Used 90. But I mean, £90, you got other figures are missing, no box, no instructions. So yeah, some of these really do hold their value. I think they drop in value if they get put back into the legacy line, but I don't think that one's been redone in the legacy line. Let me just double check the poll. 16 votes in for the poll. 62% of you are points giveaway, 12% for day one, 25% for Amazon sale. And GG says, Holy Grail of the sets back in the day. Yeah, I can see why. And they do have some really good figs in Ninjago. Yeah, they do. Oh, hang on. Ryan says, the robot restaurant in Tokyo do a show. They do the big animal truck thing. Ah. I'll have to I'll drop you a DM, Ryan, and get some pointers of where to go. But I like the architecture stuff. I do like all these architecture. It was like the sets. It's like the sets that we were talking about last night. Like the was it the market one? The from the Chinese New Year. I think that just looked really smart, and all the different characters and things that were in there. I think it looked great. I think that did look really, really smart. But that is all of the pilot episodes and series 1 done. So that's the first 4 waves covered. And now we're going into wave 5, which is the legacy of the Green Ninja. So we're now going into stuff that was released in December 2012, consisting of just 6 sets in this wave, based on the latter half of season 2. So it's all about to do the Overlord, the Stone Army, and obviously, of course, they've got the collectible items, which this time are the elemental blades. So don't forget, not only do their outfits change every series, you have different golden elements to pick up, don't you? So, picture on Instagram. My DMs have been penetrated yet again. Oh, hang on. I've just got so hang on. It's 321. Are you still in the chat? Sam, are you still here? I don't know. So 321 is I don't know if 321. I have emailed you back regarding what we were talking about the dragon, but I've just got a mail delivery fail. An error has occurred. Your message was not sent. So I have got something here. Very bizarre. Right. Oh wow. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's my sort of thing. I'd like that. Yeah, that is my sort of thing, definitely. And everybody that's liked the video so far, guys, thank you very much indeed, because of course it helps massively with the algorithm as well. So I appreciate you liking the video and taking part in the poll. Right, so where are we? All right, so we're now at 70500. The numbers are getting much bigger now. So I think we're starting with the Kai Fire Mech. So second half of series 2. Is that Garmadon? No, it might be. It might be Garmadon in a different outfit. Because you can see it kind of spoils it with the box artwork of what potentially might happen towards the end of the season. 705, yeah, 7001. So I don't need that, which is fine. I don't need this either, so that's good. So we're 2 for 2. Again, nice figures on that though. So that's the Stone Army. So this is the Stone Army characters. So you could army build. You could have 100 of these if you wanted. You could eat no drama whatsoever. If you wanted to, you could do. And that one comes with. Oh, so if I hang on. Oh, that's what I'm doing. I've just figured it out. So if I just click on the picture, they give us the figures included. So why didn't I do that from the beginning? Nobody told me that, did you? None of you. You could have told me that. So that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. I've got to click on the picture, not the description. Learning as we go. Right. So what's next? 70502. So Cole's Earth Driller. There we go. So that's much easier, isn't it? There we go. So now we can just click on that. You can see what that's all about. That's a great looking character. And then we've got, I like the print on them as well. So again, it's just another army, stone army. You got Cole, and then yeah, that's those two. Why didn't you guys and girls tell me that was a thing? Why didn't you tell me that was a thing? Yeah, that's it. The Stone Warriors. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I thought that. I see it. I thought that is that Garmadon? No, it's not. So it is. It did say at the top that was me just being an absolute spanner. Yeah, I think you're right. They do look very, very good. But we've got, by the sounds of it, we've got a fair few different figures to take a look at for the army. So there's some more. So you got the golden dragon. So you got Lloyd's golden dragon. First golden character as well. Don't forget the final battle. Spoiler: how series 2 finishes. And then again, really nice print on that. I like the gold and everything. I think that looks really very, very smart. And then you've got that as well. I feel though that I've missed looking at the figures from 9450. I'm going to relook at that. because that had all of them in. So there we go. So look at these. There you go. Look at that. That's a nice looking real chubba chub of a snake. He's obviously eaten very, very well. And then you've got all of these as well. They're just great little army builders for these ones. And then you've got them with the legs and you've got them with the tails. And that is a better look at the actual set itself. So top tip for you, don't click on the description, just click on the picture. Everything is included. I think that was the only one I missed. Right, 7054. No, that's definitely not right. That is definitely not right. 70504. That's correct. So that is this one. I couldn't tell you what that's supposed to be, but you've got a cool character just there. Kozu, the final battle. Need that in my life. You are coming into the collection, as is the Stone Army. So this is going to have to be done over multiple parts, clearly, because now I can look at all the figures like this. We will be doing this again tomorrow. Just so you guys know. Yeah, it did feel that way, didn't it? Yeah, because it's weird, because over in the UK, they don't call it rebooted, because they've just got they've got Masters of Spinjitzu series 1 to like 10, and then they've got the same thing again. I don't know if it is called rebooted Masters of Spinjitzu, but then it's like from series 11 to 13 where the studio was different. So it is a little bit confusing, because people do see the rebooted, but it's not. It's done differently on ITVX in the UK. So yeah, it's just a little bit tricky, isn't it? Right. So that is what that is. I think that minifig is great. All right, Temple of Light 70505. There we go. So you have got in this, it's another temple. You've got another Garmadon with his body armor this time, with his 4 arms and his spiky head. Then you've got some more stone army. So that's the scout. And that is the swordsman. And then you've got Wu. We haven't seen Wu much. And yeah, they're Golden Lloyd again. So you can get Lloyd in golden form in 2 bits, which I think is pretty fair. You can't go wrong, can you? I think that's a pretty smart looking thing. So that is the second bit of that, and then all of a sudden we go from wave 5. So this is where it goes a little bit weird. So wave 5 is the legacy of the Green Ninja, and then wave 6 is rebooted. But there's a show called Rebooted, and I think the series of this Masters of Spinjitzu is also called Rebooted, I think. So it's a completely different box color. It's all in white. It's got Zane with like the Terminator eye. Released in late 13, early 14, and containing 7 sets. The wave is based on series 3, and it's to do with the Overlord's return in digital form to control the army of Nindroids. Now, this is something that you could easily army build if you want to. The ninja fighting back with technoblades, of course, weapons that hack technology. Compared to the Asian mythological-based theme of past waves, this one takes a high-tech theme with futuristic weapons, vehicles, and enemies. So this would be, for me, a minifigure wave if this was a thing, if I needed them. Because I don't think this would work. For me, I don't think these sets would work in a theme park setting. But you've got 70720 first. 70720. So you've got the Hover Hunter, because it's all purple and silver. So you basically could have 100 of these if you want to, and they would literally just take over your city with technology. That's what this whole series is all about. So you've got, if I remember rightly, Pixel hacks in and violates Zane, and then they make these Nindroids, and then it all kicks off. Basically, that's what it is. So it's a hybrid of Terminator, hybrid of all sorts of anything fruity that you can think of. And the other figure was, again, Cole with longer hair this time, and a different piece up front. But yeah, 2014 for the sets of this one. Kai's Fighters next, which is 70721. So again, can pass on all of these. So these are nice to look at, but don't need to worry on any of them. So again, there you go. What does that remind you of? That looks fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but I don't need the actual set. I just would like these in that form. That minifigure looks great. And then again, you got Kai, different outfit because you got flames on this time, different hairpiece, different everything. It's a completely different look for each one of those. And he's in his techno robe. That's what it is. Techno robe from Rebooted. Yeah, she's quite important. Yeah, Pixel's an important character. Yeah. And also she was unbelievably expensive because if I remember rightly, she came in the helicopter set, and then you couldn't get her anywhere else. They literally did her once in years and years and years. And it's not until recent years they've done quite a lot of Pixels. So I haven't got the OG Pixel. I've got some of the newer ones, but I haven't got like the original Pixel. 70722. So again, look at the state of these. I'll tell you what, I'm glad Jay's not in the chat. Because if Jay was here, I think he would force me to get all of these. It is literally a hybrid of the Borg from Star Trek mixed in with what's the Jean-Claude Van Damme film with Dolph Lundgren? Universal Soldier. When they've got the bits on top of their head. That's what these are. They're like a hybrid of these. So yeah, I am going to have to write these. I'm going to have to write these down. These look too fun not to have. So this is the Cyrus Borg. 0088. All right, who's the others? Oh dear. Who are the others? Because they're all different names. I didn't realize they're all different. Oh, see, this is what I was doing before. I was doing this, wasn't I? Clicking on all the boxes and things. I'm looking on the right website. 70721. Wrong website. Muppet. Let's go back to this. I'm just getting the names of these characters. General. Wonder how expensive these are. What do you reckon? We have one more, didn't we? Who was the other one? 70720. I Who are you called? Oh, just a drone. Yeah, I think I've got one of these drones, to be honest, because they Army built the drones, didn't they? Loads and loads of Army drones in Series 3, and then you had the beefier ones. 70722 is next, then. So the sets look nice again, but that is another Cyrus Borg. So that's a redo on that one. Yeah, they're pretty impressive Ultra Bricks, aren't they? The minifigures are nuts. Yeah, I've got to be honest. I am liking these figures because I could have, again, if I had, say, a handful of drones and just one of each main character. So, say 10 minifigures, for example. The factory that these came out of is the. Hang on. It's in the Ninjago City markets. So if you've got the Ninjago City markets and you want the Easter egg, it's from here. That's what the reference is from. Where it's all merged, because the character is the one in the wheelchair. This character is the one that it gets forced to create these minifigures over here. So Pumpkin is after something. So bear with me. What's the matter, Pumpkin? What's the matter? What is it? What is it? What are you doing? What's that? What's that now? Yes. Yes. Enjoy. Enjoy. Okay. Yeah, we haven't got to that bit yet. Yeah, Pixel's helicopter is the really expensive set. I know that's expensive. Right, so that's Pumpkin sorted. She just let me know that she got a toy out of a basket and wanted me to give her a cuddle. And she's cute. Right, so next set is 70. Oh, it's coming up. The Ninja Copter is coming up. It's next. So 70723 is the next set. The Copter is 24. So you've got Cole's mech, you've got Jay's vehicle, and again, you've got a warrior. Oh, they get upgraded, don't they? They get upgraded from a Borg to a warrior. I'm trying to think. Because I think that one's slightly different. I can't remember. It will be, but why it is. Soon find out when I re-look at these later on. But yeah, Jay's looking again with these. They've got completely different torsos, which I would have to get all of these from Rebooted, because I again just have them fighting around and doing different bits and pieces. I just have to get them gradually and slowly. Because if you can pick them up for a couple of pounds a pop, it would make a really nice display, and you could do that every few weeks. But if you're trying to pay through the nose for one minifigure, it's just not worth doing. But this is the Copter, I think. Yeah. So this is where the price goes up. Look, so it's £130 for this. Again, I want to click on this. It's £130 for this, but it's Pixel, and you get the hybrid Zane as well. Now, this hybrid Zane, I've never seen. I have not got his heart ripped open, bionicle internal. So they do a battle damage Zane. Oh, that's going to be expensive. That is going to be expensive. So Pixel was biblical amount of money, and it's calmed down because she's now available in multiple bits. So I don't know how much this Pixel is, but I've got a representation of her. And again, there's an Android warrior, and then it looked like you've just got the droid. Yeah, so we're starting to learn. You've got a droid with a neck bracelet, apparently. If you wanted a neck bracelet droid, you can have a neck bracelet droid. Right, next figures then. So, is that the last set from that series? No, two more. 70725. It is the Dragon Mech. Oh, of course. This is expensive, isn't it? Oh, Evil Woo. Evil Woo. How do you go around finding these things? Are you supposed to type in like the code? Is that how you find the figures, or do you just type them in individually? Because that Evil Woo, I think I've seen before for a huge amount of money. And again, half his face is peeled off and he's got metal underneath. Very Robocopy type thing. This is another one with a neck bracelet, if you wanted a droid with that. We've seen the general, so that's okay. So there's not many of those to get. You have then got Lloyd in his techno robe. And then I do believe, finally, you've got the Sensei Lloyd Garmadon. So you actually have him not without 4 arms anymore. He's now gone back to a different form. So he's now not evil anymore. So that's also another cool looking character. And then obviously that's the sets that it comes with. So it's from 2014, 667, 5 pieces, 5 minifigures. So yeah, nice. That's very, very nice, that. But that's not the last one. 70726 is the last one of this wave. So 26 is this one. Which again, it's just smallish play scale, play set type thing. And you get another one of those. So they should be quite a lot of these about to be able to pick up. And then you've got the mini version, because they obviously got Lloyd, didn't they? They scanned Lloyd, I think, that is actually Lloyd, because Lloyd was smaller than everybody else, and he just dressed up like that. And that is Zane in his non-battle damaged outfit. Yeah, that's it. It's the new era, isn't it? Yeah. It's where he decided to go good rather than the evil, and yeah, completely different with those. I don't know if I've got a good. I don't actually know if I've got a good 70725. Was he in that? He was. What do they call him? Oh, the sensei. Yeah, so at the moment, lots of these sets I can just leave, which is great. But can I find these minifigures? That is the question. Right, we're moving on to series Wave 7. And I kid you not, we are nowhere through this at all. So we're just going to break the back of what we can do now. And we do it for another sort of hour and a half tomorrow, because we'll be here. Honestly, this is going to take probably 5 or 6 hours, I would imagine, just to get through all of this. So we're not doing that. But under the next wave of Rebooted, this is currently the smallest wave of the series, consisting of merely 2 playsets. Oh, wow. Oh, that should be easy enough to go through. 70727. I do believe this is the last 15th anniversary vehicle. But I don't understand who the missing figure is. Who is the 15th anniversary Spinjitzu character? That is a question, because I can't figure out who it's supposed to be. You've got another warrior, no difference with that. You've got a jetpack warrior. A different print on the front. Yes, it has, look. So he's got open. That screams Jason X vibes to me. Friday the 13th with his exoskeleton. And then yeah, you got the car. So the car is supposed to be the 15th anniversary set. So what figures are they going to do? That is the question. What are they going to do? Because there's a lot. I don't know if they're going to redo these villains. If they redo these villains, that'd be great. But I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be the case. Right. So the next one is 2.8. Let's have a look for 2.8. Amazing, you can get the sticker sheets for these and all sorts of them. So it's a battle for Ninjago City. I like the color scheme of this one. This had some weird thing in it, didn't it? This thing. The Overlord. Oh, it's the Overlord in minifigure form. Of course it is. So he's not a computer program anymore. So this is basically a Marvel story, isn't it? If you think about what this story actually is, this is Ultron. Is what we're trying to look at. That's how it works. You've got Jarvis versus Ultron in a Ninjago setting. That's what it is. Obviously, this is done before the film, but it'll be based on the comic. This is an expensive minifigure. I bet it is. I bet it is. Do you know what the price of it is, DGI? And if you guys are trying to find how much these minifigures are, get them in the chat and let me know how bad some of these are, because I think they're going to be a lot of money. Then we'll have to. I could have just clicked on them and found out. What an absolute moron. 27, 36, 36. There you go. I just needed to click on the SKU number. So it's all linked. You can tell I don't use this website enough. It's all linked to it. So it's 27 quid if you wanted that. And I could have done this for every single minifigure and priced it up as I went. What an absolute pleb I am. Oh, that would have been easier, wouldn't it? I could have just done that. Never mind. And then I just do this to go back, and then we're living the dream. Never mind. So yeah, £27 for that. And of course, the Samurai has just come out. But yeah, you just click on the number at the top, look. Straight over. And then you're there. And if I do that, it goes back to... Oh, hang on. These are all the minifigures from Rebooted. So how much are you? Oh, that was not too bad. £5. Obviously, without looking where it is actually from the UK. So at least we can find some. I'll have to do this for all the snakes. We're going to go back, actually, rather than moving forward. We'll carry on with the next series later. We'll find the price of some of these snakes. So you've got all of those. There's Pixel. How much they value Pixel at the moment? £6 used. £6 used. Yeah, he was. He's still expensive depending on what color he's in as well. So, what wave did we get to? What wave are we up to? 8. Yeah. Okay. Right. Let's just. I just want to check something. Then I just want to see. So we're up to 8 at the moment. So I'll make a note of where we're at. I just want to very quickly see if I did 2258. Let me just see something. And then we did this. And then we did this. And then we did this. And when we did this, there we go. That gives us all of the minifigures from here. And these two want to go upstairs. Go on, Sponge. Right, so we can very, very quickly look at the price of the bigger ones, can't we? Just very quick, just get a rough idea of what some of these are. So this one, for example. 88p. 88p for this one. So that's a good start. So like I said, if you can get them cheap enough, that would be great. It's taken 2 hours, but I've actually figured out the quick way of doing all of this, which is marvelous. So what is the ninjas doing? How much is this one? Remember I said this is the one that I don't have the army of? £6 with a crack. That's great. Oh, crack on the right hand side of the torso, crack on the torso. That's very good, is it? 12. So expensive then. So that's where it gets. Where I would imagine the ninjas would be the expensive thing. Can you see all the characters? Look at these. Look at them. Pound, pound, pound. There we go. So I can pick this up for £1. So hopefully they should be easy enough to do. The comic, yeah. I pick them up for the minifigures because the minifigures are just cheaper, or to try and pick up some of those. I think it works out quite well. I read some of the stories from time to time. I don't know if they're canon or not. I don't know if it's just different variations of the episodes that they're telling you, but they're not bad. They're not bad at all. But yeah, they do them monthly. They do the City one. They do all of them, don't they? They do Marvel, Star Wars, and of course Ninjago. The Ninjago is the best value because, of course, the other magazines are more expensive. You got different vertical. You got different grips. £1. So I think it's safe to say that if I wanted a skeleton army, we might be all right. I think we might be good because I can have it with mohawks. I can have it with. This is the one that I would like. This is the 4-arm one. This is going to be the expensive one, I'm sure. Oh, it is. Look at that. 23, 26, 29. Everybody wants the same one. He's the main villain. He's the main one. So all the others, pounds. 80p to £1. These, on the other hand, are the really expensive ones. What's Wu in his black suit? £1. There we go. So that's not too bad. So if I am thinking of doing the eyeball with the skeleton, that is going to be doable with that. So that's just basically what I've just done. I will redo for the snakes very, very quickly because, of course, the snakes, I think, are going to be the expensive. I thought the snakes would be the expensive. So the skeleton army is going to be doable, which is great. So 252. Oh no, that's still a pilot episode. 9440. Let's have a look at this. 9440. So I know we've had a look at the sets. Just very, very quick look at the figures, which I did it wrong because I'm a absolute melon. So how did I do it? I clicked on that. I clicked on the. Oh, I just click on Rise of the Snakes, which just gives us all of them. Oh, that gives us the sets. I don't want the sets. I'm trying to be clever. Let's just do it how I did last time. So click on that. Click on him. Click on the number. So Zane from this wave is £1, £2 used. Fine, not a problem. Rise of the Snakes. Here we go. Right, so there's loads of different ones. So how much are you? 14. Very good start. So there's £14 for one snake. Oh no. £1. Okay, so that's all right. So that's not too bad. What about you? Again, 72p. Fine. So we can army build you. That's all right. We can do that. We're happy with that. Get a rough idea of the others. Cole? When we ever like that? Oh, is that? Oh, that's his. That's his. True potential form, isn't it? I didn't realize he did all of those as well. Ugh. So there's two lots of those. There's two lots of the Ninjago ones they do. So there'll be another 3 of those in different colours. So the 2 Fangdom. £2. There you go, not too bad. So double-headed one that talks to itself. That's £2, so that's all right. 49. That's another one, just different. They've got different hands, which is the weird thing, or different head, the way they face on the different heads. So again with this one, 18, because that's a general. So you've got one for £2 and one for 18. That's very, very bizarre with those. RGJ. Okay, I'll check for RJGJ. Hang on. That's a tongue twister. Say that quickly. Right, let's go back to this. Right, looking for J. So NRG Cole. There, NRGJ. They do look good, mind. 36. The cheapest, that is. 65, 70, 79. That is horrendous money. So that's never going to happen, is it? That's not happening. 91, 93, 90. Oh, no. Not happening. There we go. You can look at it, guys and girls, but that is not going to happen, I'm afraid. I will not be collecting the NRG collection. That will not be coming to the channel anytime soon. Because don't even want to look at Cole. It's just not going to happen. NRG Kai. So again, it's just them in their fiery outfits. 20, 40, 50, 50, 60. So yeah, for whatever reason, Jay's in the. That's super, super expensive. So I guess it must be a limited run for Jay. Oh, you've got that one. Oh, you're in the money on that one. Happy days. Congratulations on that. You can't go wrong. But yeah, there's so many of these snakes. So you could army build them, look, for 64p, 72p, 81. Obviously, some of them are scratched, print on headgear, faded, £1. Excellent condition is £1.13. So, you can't really go wrong. So I could have a fair few of these snakes. Okay, it's just the main characters are going to be the really of course, awkward ones to backtrack and get. This one, I mean, 87 pence, 90 pence. So, you know, if I can get 10 minifigures for 10 quid, you know, you're laughing, aren't you, really? Especially as a new display, and then you can make it up from there. So it looks like the snakes are going to be doable. So that's all right then. So the snakes will be fine. Let's just move straight on to the next series. So the snakes are good. So we've got a couple of waves from snakes. 70500. So we're now moving on to the next batch. The next batch of minifigures for this. So again, we'll just do it how we did last time. We'll click on this. We will then click on you. Click on you, and then we'll go from there. Right. So 74p, 70. So for the Stone Army Scout, again, without looking, you're looking at just scrolling down a little bit, £7. Lots of them in Canada, lots of them in America. So for the final battle, again, you will have to get a full team of ninjas, and those ninjas are, well, that's £1, £2, great condition. I was that great condition with excellent print, but cracks on both sides of torso. Come on, is it excellent condition or not? 250. So you're looking at, say, £3 for a mint one. Fine. So if they're £3 a character, which they're not going to be, are they? Oh, they might be. If they're £3 a character, you're going to get a full team for £15. But you've got the golden. Now the golden one, I'm assuming, is going to be the expensive one. No, it's not. £3. So that's £3. So I could do the team, okay. I could do the team, okay. And then all of the scouts and the Stone Army and all of these, and the Stone Army Warrior and things, what are they? £2, £3. So yeah, if I wanted some of the Stone Army minifigures, which I think look nice, I don't think you could do them. You could do them okay. I don't know if I don't think I have Pythor. No, have I? No, I don't own any snakes. I own no snakes at all. So I need the main characters, but I think again Pythor, I think that would be expensive. Let me go. Let's have a quick look. So 99449. Let's see if we can find him. Can we find Pythor? Whoops. Let's have a look. So how much for a start? How much are you? Because this is the expensive one, isn't it? Oh, £10. 10, 15. We'll say 20. 20 for an expensive one. That looks great. I think that looks nice. So there we go. I found that straight away. So Pythor, I could pick this one up because don't forget I would assume you'd have the leg version and you'd have the tail version before he goes in for the battle. But it's getting them from the UK. That's the problem because all of these are America, New Zealand, Canada. So these prices aren't going to work for me because I'm looking at France, £22. So yeah, it's a lot. Some of them are going to be very expensive, very, very expensive. But they're doable for some of them, which is great. So we got up to Series 8, Wave 8. So rebooted was the droids. So I've caught up then. So that's good. Right, we'll do one more wave. We'll do one more wave of stuff, and then we'll see what's what. So we're now going to be looking at Wave 8, which is the Tournament of the Elements from 2015. So returning to the series, to the mythological roots, early 2015, so brought a massive wave of 11 sets based on Series 4. The wave introduces Master Shen, Worshipper, the Elemental Masters, along with new Elemental Masters aside from the Ninja. It also features the debut of Skylor as the Orange Ninja of Amber and the return of Zane. Spoiler, 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 because we thought Zane was dead. Now, the Elemental Amber of Amber is Also available in a blister pack of 3, and I know that blister pack's a lot of money. So 70745 is what we're looking for. 70745. Let's have a look. So have a look at the sets, and then we'll have a look at the minifigures. So I think that's the easiest way of doing it, isn't it? Now I've figured it out quickly. So that's that. And this is what we are looking at. So again, you've got very, very bizarre headpieces. As you can tell, the completely different on this. You've then got the symbol on the front of Kai's head on this one. So it's completely different looking character. 70746 is next. So this is the... Oh, yeah, this is the bizarre wave, isn't it? So that's Shen. So that's the Elemental Master. So I'm going to need Shen. £1.39 for a buggered one. All used. £2.50 used from Bricks and Dale. There you go. So that's not too bad then, because that's the first Elemental Master. So that's a box ticked. So I could do that. Because that would go in my Elemental Master tournament. That's the one that I was... The ones that I was thinking of doing. Then you have got Skylor in the jungle robe. That's a cool looking figure. I bet that's expensive. Oh no, that's not okay. So that's the it's the other version that's expensive then. So the ninja version isn't too bad. So if you want to pick yourself up one of those, happy days. But we'll go through the... I think we'll have to go through the sets first and then do the minifigures after, because it's otherwise it's too much clicking forward and backwards. So that's that one. And that only appears in this set. So the next one is going to be 47, I'm assuming. I will... Yep, it's got something for 47. So, and it's the Cole's thing, isn't it? Yeah, Cole's length. So there's Cole in his nice new shiny outfit. So obviously all the ninjas now have the thing on the top of the head. Ultra Bricks, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, there's some really good stuff. So I could easily do some of these quite nicely. Like Cole, for example. If I need a complete thing, there you go. £1.50 in the UK. Happy days. That's it. So if I'm looking at say £2-3 a team maximum, I could easily have a Ninjago outfit from each series, but I'd only want one. So if I have it with the hairpiece or the other, because I know there's 1,000 minifigures, but I don't think I would want 10 variations of the same character from the same year. There's no point with that. But like the Zane Battle Damage one, for example, that would have been the one to have clicked on, because that I think would have been... Actually, what set was that from? That was from Rebooted, wasn't it? Oh no, it wasn't. What was it? What was it? With the copter. It was from the copter. Okay, hang on. I know I'm talking out loud, but it was the copter 70724. Now that's going to be the one I think is going to be a lot of money. So how much is Zane on this? So this battle damage Zane. Double digits. 11, 12, 13. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, because wave 9 is the ghosts, isn't it? So we'll start on the ghosts tomorrow. So 70748 is the next one. Because I mean, look at that. You get such a cool thing. He's had a full-blown upgrade. And it's only £3.50. And if you've seen the show and why that's pretty cool to see, yeah, I could do some damage with the minifigures for these prices, which is good. But let's have a look. So again, you've got a big old snake, and then you've got the big Zane dragon. Because obviously they've redone some of these in the Legacy, but again, I'm not interested in the sets. Don't know which version is more expensive. I know there's a lot of them, isn't there? There's a lot because because don't forget, I'm only using the SKU numbers from 2015. So they've done the legacy ones with a different print. It will come up with those differently at different prices as well. So yeah, it's not too bad. But like I said, I'm not interested at the moment. 70749. There's nothing that's caught my eye for. There's one or two sets. I think it's two. But it is the minifigures, really. But like the Enter the Sermon team, if you wanted a dragon thing, you could do. But not necessarily needed. But again, you're going to have Lloyd's going to be a couple of pounds. You've got that choice of getting that character again. We've already seen that one for how much it is. That's the head underneath. And that's a cool looking one. But yeah, I could easily have like a full. Because I think, to be fair, if I had a full outfit ninja rather than a hairpiece for each matching one, I think that would look quite nice. So I could just do like a team a month and just do like £10 for a full team. It wouldn't be too bad. 70750. It's just going to get expensive if there's any of the sets that are needed. That's the wrong one. That's going to be the only problem. Like you have an auto, so no idea what that is. I know you got the white. Yeah, you got the white Pythor. So Pythor changes as well because that's the same name, just a different color. And again, £10, £11. It's around about the same price, just a different color. So you can get them in different color, different prints. They do look smart. You got Lloyd. You got Garmadon again, but this time in a completely different outfit. £3 to £11. Very good condition, 16. So yeah, there is some nice bits. How many more sets are there? A few more. Yeah, there's a handful more. All right, we'll do this one and then we'll wrap it up, I think. So 70752. So that's the jungle trap. Because I don't really think these minifigures would interest me. I don't think, because I don't know. Until I rewatch the series. I don't know. I know it's in a blister pack, and the blister pack is extremely expensive. But don't forget, a lot of the elemental ones, they only get used in certain, because normally they get seen and then they just go. So we might see Skylar again in the Rising Dragon, because obviously it's all the worlds and everything have merged. But I don't think we saw, because obviously how it works, they're in different realms, aren't they? If you think about the original series and seasons, so like you got all the snakes in that one realm, and like this specific series that we're looking at now, where they're doing the tournament stuff, they get on a boat and basically bugger off. That's what they do. So they don't really they don't see much, and it finishes. And of course, then when it restarts, they'll be with Wu again somewhere else before they go off onto an adventure. So they it's almost like a complete story every time, because you don't see any of these villains again, but you would see them in the Rising Dragon show. but because we're only in series 3, I'm not too sure. $54. Because you can see it's just the same character. So that character is just not there. It's just literally the same one with all of them. So because this is to do with the main point of this is the fight. They have a big battle, don't they? Because this is the other thing you do. I could look at all the minifigures without the bit on, and then they've got the tournament robe. Look, see, tournament robe with the hair, because that's how they fight. So then you can get a whole wave of them again. But this is the character that gets used in. Sorry, this outfit is the one that gets used in the tournament elements, isn't it? I think. We've got 70756. Well, I thought there was a set that was. No, maybe not. Oh, hang on. There's going to be two. Is it 2 waves? No, wave 9 is a completely different show. Wave 9 is series 5. So we're coming to the end of series 4. 707. Oh, it must be the Dojo Showdown. 70756. Maybe we see them in their robes on that. I know exactly what series this is. Yeah, it is. So this has 2 more elemental masters. It has this one, which is the one I would need to go in my tournament. And again, it's going to be expensive because it's an elemental master. They always are. And then you've got the one with the big fists. Cool looking dude, isn't he? I think he's been in more than, I don't know if he's been in more than one set though. And that's 12. Excellent conditions for Karloff. So they have done 3 battle arenas as such. And this was the first. 70756. So this set, it's not going to work for what I want because I would just get the bigger one. But I want the minifigures from this. So I need both of those elemental masters from 2015 because when they redid, say, like another showdown set later on, they gave you another 3 elemental masters and they haven't redone them either. So there's been 5 that did everything. Well, yeah, potentially. We're not 100% sure yet, but potentially. And yeah, when you get to the end of series 3, you will know exactly what's going on because it's clever. It is clever. But yeah, so I need these 2 plus I have got somewhere in a box the 3 elemental masters from the other version of this. They would all go in the big temple, which is the one that I am thinking of getting for my next build, which again is this one. And I was going to have them all fighting at the Tournament City Temple to have a merge of Rising Dragon and Spinjitzu, which I thought that would be quite a cool touch. But I just need, like I said, to get the rest of those characters because on this one, you've got different elemental ones. So you've got all the ninjas. The elemental master of smoke is annoyingly in the set that's just retired, and I didn't realize he was in there. So I have to try and pick that one up. But yeah, we've covered the first 4 years plus the pilot. So first 8 waves we've just covered with regards to finding the pricing on minifigures and all of that kind of thing. And we're going to start, I think, tomorrow on wave number 9, which is all of these cool things, which is all of the ghosts. Like this, like the city is expensive. I know some of these are very, very expensive. Master Wu's Dragon's expensive. The Ronin Rex is going to be expensive. Moro is expensive because it's just one of those things, the final flight of destiny, and of course, it's the Temple of Ejitsu. The whole wave is really expensive, and that is 70751. I'm gonna tease myself. I'll look at this again later, but it's got, yeah, see, it's just so much money on here. Never going to happen on here. But look at it. It looks absolutely outstanding. The set itself is great. The minifigures it comes with are really good. It's very important as well for this young lady. I like that deep stone armor as well. I think that's very, very nice. But does it come with the full? It's going to come with an there it is, the brown Dareth, because that's the expensive figure. And then it's got a really nice looking Wu, and it's got Cole, J, 1, 2, 3, 4. Zane's. Oh no, Zane's there. So you've got all of them. So for me, this is the set that I want, and it's also got all the minifigures as well. So I'm laughing with that. And I was thinking of having this one right beside this one, just because they're both temples, both on water. I'd have this one facing forward, and then this one facing side on. And you've got the evolution of the elemental masters then, because this Temple of Ejitsu has a lot of history with that as well. But guys, I think that's it. Done. Simple, 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 simple. So I will carry on with this tomorrow. We've got loads and loads of stuff to go over as well. Obviously, it's getting late now. So I might just do more series of these over maybe the rest of the week. And yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. So if you, again, there's any sets you guys and girls can think of, let us know. If you're watching this on the replay, let us know if you've learned anything new today. But we will be starting on this series, which is the Possessed series, on the next live stream. I'm saying tomorrow. It might not be tomorrow. It might be Monday. But we'll wait and see what happens. But we're going to carry on with Wave 9, and then we'll move on from there. So, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. And I will catch up with you all soon. Take care, everybody. Bye, easy, bye, easy, bye. Oh, hang on. Ultra Brick says I can keep going. I know you can, because you're hours behind, aren't you? What time is it with you? What time is it over there? Come on, talk to me, Ultra Bricks. Talk to me. Because I could do the next wave if you want me to. If you need company because you're stuck in America in a hotel before it snows, I can 5:30 in the afternoon. I can keep going if you want me to. It's not a problem. I could just keep doing this. I just don't know where out my welcome and everybody be bored. But we can do it for another half hour if you want to. All right, the poll times 2 points is still winning. Ultra Bricks, I shall. Okay. I'll just adjust my butt cheeks. Oh, I could sit on the sofa, but it would be too shaky on the laptop. So there we go. Okay. There we go. So I can keep going. I can keep going. Okay. All right. Fine. Let's have a look then at the haunted stuff. This is where it's going to get expensive. So 70730. Now, I think This, see, I'm nice, Ultra Bricks. All right, I'm just nice. Honestly, I could keep going for hours, but I don't want to bore people. I think this is our first introduction from the Ninjago stuff. Don't forget, we're still bearing in mind how many Lego sets we've already looked at. We are still only in 2015. That's the scary thing. Sean, he's returned. Keep it going. Okay, I shall. Where did you go to? I was literally about to throw in the towel, and we're going to start on this wave, and then it's the wave that I really like. And Ultra Bricks is stuck in a hotel room by himself, potentially in America, looking out the window, crying. Sean's finally got him. He stood up and grabbed the phone while mid squat and drop. Okay, we'll carry on. So we figured out the best way of doing it now. It's taken a while, but if I actually click on the image, I can then, like, if I click on this, I can then see all these. Right, click on this. Look at the figures. These are absolutely mental. Mental. Like, I would have honestly, what I should do, and I know this, I'm gonna kill myself for saying this, but I could just use my haunted mansion that I've got and put all these ghosts around it and have the Ninjago people about it, and I could actually start like we said with the Lord of the Rings eyeball with the skull at the start of the stream. I would potentially could do this with the haunted stuff. So it's just the figures. Like, we've had a look at all of these figures over the last 2.5 hours, and they are amazing. But like this, for example, is £1. It's £1. So I could get all of them that I needed for the Ghost Warrior. And as well, there you go, one in the UK, £1.50. So they are so good. 70730. But again, I don't need the sets at all. There's obviously the one set I definitely need. That's a foregone conclusion. But I think that these are the first wave that did anything translucent, and they did all of the pieces with it. A lot. Oh. Well. Was it a business call by any chance? You basically missed me price up 8 waves so far of minifigures. What have we gone through? So we have done all of these sets, Sean. So we've done all of these on your screen right now. We have looked at each one of these individually, and also had a look at the minifigure prices of every single one of these. Because 2 waves per year. We've had a look at all of the snakes. We've had a look at all of the skeletons. And we've had a look at all of those bits and pieces. And now it sounds like you've missed a lot. We're on wave 8, and we are only in wave 9. I do apologize. We've done the tournament elements. We're now on wave 9, which is only 2015. So you've missed literally nothing but loads at the same time. So the next set is this. It took me 2 hours to work out actually how the best way of doing Bricklink is. So J Walker 1. See, again, look. You got 3 different minifigures with this one, which, again, the translucent bits at the bottom look great. I know it's nuts, Ultra Bricks. It is nuts. Important phone call with Dino Rod. Oh, it was a squat and drop. Was there a lot of backsplash? There was a bit of backsplash going on, was there? Oh, hang on. I've just been penetrated by Jay's Toy Collection UK, telling me about something about Doomsday, supposedly. Right. So, yeah, so the minifigures on these are amazing. And again, they're completely different because don't forget, this was the first time I'd ever seen a translucent head and half legs. And if you want a warrior, it's £1.66. So I could easily, again, do these. Absolutely no problem. And the perfect thing for me is I would get the full team in the Air-Jitsu set. And the nice thing is that the Temple of Air-Jitsu, which if you think how beautiful that set is, they have to travel to this realm, which means I could have all of these ghost figures well away from the Temple of Air-Jitsu set, and it would be absolutely fine. So if I wanted to get these, I would obviously get all of these completely individually. There's none of the sets of those. Oh, it's all coming in now, is it? Oh dear, hang on. Oh dear. Oh, I'm intrigued about this important phone call. Was it Lego related? I mean, at this time of night, are you expecting somebody to knock on your door? Hello? Is it some sort of high-pitched voice, maybe? Allegedly, a remake of the Avengers Helicarrier coming, like £300. Not sure if that's a Black Friday set. Ooh. Oh, the rumours are starting to come out now. All it took was Dino Rod to get the conversation going, and we are away with it all again. So yeah, there's some. Where am I? There we go. So 70731 is that's that one. So what's the next one? Right, this I know that this is going to be expensive, just the actual set, because of course it's a play set, and look at that. See, isn't it bizarre? You can get the vehicles really cheap, you can get the figures really cheap, and then it comes to something like this, and it is hundreds and hundreds of pounds. I wonder why. I wonder if it's glow in the dark elements in it. I mean, you could literally how they pan across and fight all of these. It is literally a full blown. You could have a full table of these sorts of things if you wanted to, but I don't think that's anything that I need. So I think I'm all right with that. I think I can sort of shimmy away from that. 33 is the next number. Oh, actually, hang on. I keep making the same mistake, don't I? I don't want to get it on this way. I want to do this. And then you've got... Oh, you've got Lloyd Possessed. That'd be an expensive minifigure. Pumpkin. No, hang on. Hang on. She wants attention. Hey, come on. Hey, Pumpkin. Pumpkin. You've been silly. Right, there she is. She likes to be tucked in under the blanket on this. So she sort of just looks at you like, "Are you going to move it so I can actually jump up?" I have not been this badly penetrated to my DMs in my life. What is this about? Why have you got a gazillion bricks? Oh, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Ouch. Ouch. That is a lot of pieces on the table. Oh, okay. That is filthy. That is filthy. Yeah, it is. It's nuts. It is Ultra Bricks. I'm glad you agree. But I think you can see what I'm trying to achieve. If I was to get selective sets with all the minifigures, I think I can actually make this work on a larger scale. But like all of these, a lot of these sets so far, no interest in at all, which is great because there's what we at the start, the bone thing. To be fair, I think you're all right. I think that bone thing would work really well with the eyeball and all the darkness, and it would need a load of fire. So you could have like the fire temple or any of those. I thought they would have done a volcano, but they didn't do a volcano. They did a volcano in the movie, but they obviously haven't done one yet. There might one of those might pop up. Sean, you've been asked questions with your dino rod. Right, yeah. So again, you got the blaster bike. Some of it's mega money, and again, some of it just isn't. So I'm assuming the next thing's going to be, because it's a dragon and it includes woo. So this will be expensive, I'm sure. 52. But again, it's just the minifigures, for whatever reason, which is perfect for everybody, is you've got the, I mean, look, translucent head. What a headpiece that is. It looks great. So that, and again, if I click on that, we've seen it. It's a couple of pounds, isn't it? Yeah. £2. Obviously, again, you know, I keep saying it. Until I find that flag there, £2.75 used, £2.75 used. So you could have an army of those if I wanted to. You could just army build them, but obviously you've got to put a limit on them. So it would be nice to have. It would be nice to have one of as many different Ninjago characters and figures as possible. I think that would be a nice thing to say, and then basically try and tuck into other bits. I think that would be quite. I think that it would be quite nice if it was possible. That is, but yeah, I think these minifigures do look really very, very strong. Right, moving on. What we got? 70735 is next. 70735. This is. I think this is expensive. Let me just go back. 54 new. I thought it'd be more money than that. I thought this character was really expensive. The Possessed. Ah, £2. £2.50. You think if you could get 5 minifigures for, 4 minifigures for a tenner, you could really start to make a dent in the display quite quickly. Mark, hello again. How are we? Hopefully Mark is good. Mark could pop back in and said hello. But no, that possessed figure, I thought it was going to be more money than that. But again, the set it comes in, I thought would be more money than that as well. But you get different characters with this one, look. So you've got another completely ghost ninja look, which again, really nice looking character. Comes in multiple sets. 90p from Norway. 99p. Sun damaged, otherwise great. That's annoying. Oh, yeah. What if you wanted probably a brand new one? You might be £2 or something, but there's loads of them. So, yeah, I don't know, but I do need your help. I think because we've got the Marrow 70736 is the next one. But I'm actually amazed that I still haven't. I'm happy with the figures. And that's a possessed one again. Yep. So I'm learning those. That's possessed Lloyd. And again, see what I mean about the outfits. So that's a deep stone armor, but the deep stone armor for that as well is in the Temple of Ejitsu, which is the one that I am going to get. So I get the full squad with that. Oh, well, I don't know. Like, I don't know the best way of 70738 because I think this is really expensive as well. So it's the Destiny's Bounty, but for whatever reason, this bounty is really expensive. Yeah, look, 277. I don't know if it's just it packed full of figures or what. But all of these, like if you just wanted all the goat, that's a new one. Who are you? Moro. I'm assuming, God, Moro's got to be. Moro's the main character. Yes, there we go. So Moro's in double digits. So everything else is like 80 pence to £1 to £2. And Moro, possessed, is the only one that's expensive. So again, it looks really good. Don't forget, I do loads of short videos as well, don't I? So I need a lot of these. It's ridiculous, Ultra Bricks. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, they are very, very good. Sean, we thought you had got stuck on the toilet. But I'm glad you're fit and well. I think it was a business phone call for Lego. I think that's what it was. Oh, what have we got? Hang on. Mark says, me and Dad are going to a Lego show where they have old and new Lego sets and some different. Oh, very, very nice. Well, that'd be good fun. Don't worry about you can't spell it. I understand what you're doing. So yeah, going to a bricks and pieces event, and where you can get different minifigures, get different pieces. That's always nice to do because you can get new sets, old sets, everything there, which is always nice. So I'm gonna have to type it in again because this is the next one. So this is going to belong to me. I will own this set by the end of this year. This will be built on the channel and I will be happy, and you will not have to worry about me trying to find this set again. But yes, they are all the deep stone armor. So you have got, we're looking for, there's earth, lightning, fire, Zane. Oh my days. Zane's at the bottom and there's Lloyd. So you don't have the Lloyd possessed. Do have the postman. So this was the first set that they did this postman in. And now I would imagine it's worthless because of the new one. Still holds its value. It's £5 still for the postman. Bearing in mind it's out in the new Old Town Village as well. So the newer version of it, shall I say. So that's not too bad. But no, the temple is very nice. So how much is Zane? It's a pretty cool looking figure, to be fair. How much is Zane on by himself? 14. Scary, isn't it? So if all the ninjas are say £15 each, and there's 5 of them, you literally 5 minifigures is almost the value, was half the value of the original price of the set when it first came out. Yep, and the Mario Galaxy movie trailer is tomorrow. Well, I wonder then, if that's the case, I wonder if the Easter egg for Luigi will be coming tomorrow or Monday. Because of course they've done the Luigi Easter egg, haven't they, for the new set. All right, we're moving on to wave 10, which is Skybound. So we've got another 10 minutes. So I reckon we can get through most of the next one. Right, let's just get 70599. So Cole's dragon. Cole with his dragon. So again, can you see the difference now straight away? You go into this and it's completely different. They are cheeky with that, aren't they? I don't know who stitches their clothing in the TV show. How bad are you? 87 pence. That's fine. 87 pence I can deal with. It's the so it seems to be the snakes are the really expensive, or the main character snakes are the really expensive ones, aren't they? And the others seem to be half decent. But I will have to get on top of this and just figure out. I'm assuming the next number is going to be 600. Oh, look at that. It is indeed. Oh. Embarrassing. There we go. So the Ninja Bike Chase, which again is coming with a new villain. So I don't think that's translucent. I think that's just a. Oh my God, I wonder why they started to put these neck braces on. What they? Oh, they're holding bits on the back, are they? Ah. Right, okay. So that comes with this, which again, I'm assuming isn't going to be a much amount of money. No, 82p in very good condition. 95 pence, excellent condition. Oh, we are living the dream with this wave then. This wave doesn't seem to have much. So we don't forget, we've only made it to 2016. We're on wave 10 at the moment in 2016. So yeah, we haven't even touched the sides of all of these bits, but again, really nice print on Kai and really nice print on the sister as well, because I do like the deeper rich red with that blue. I think that looks really smart. It started to evolve over a period of time and the robe actually changed color, but I think it was a nice. It is a nice looking figure, that one. Right, so the next number, by basic rule of thumb, delete the 0, put 1, and carry on. Got the Sky Shark. So again, there you go. You got this kind of. The prints are nice, but I just don't know what to do with this army. This is what I was thinking. I can't get. Oh, I could. Over a period of time, I could obviously try and get as many as I can, but with this one, I just don't know what would work with this. And then you've got Lloyd as well, who looks great in that print. So they got the outfits that they're wearing got more and more fancy, but again, the prices just didn't seem to go up. Granted, all right, this is £2. I know they use some of them are brand new for 89p or whatever else, but they're not mega money like the snakes. I mean, if you're looking at £20-30 a snake, yeah. So the Luigi Mario Kart. If the promotion for the film starts tomorrow, maybe the Lego Group will do something on Monday, because if the trailer is coming tomorrow, then maybe they might do it. So that'll be interesting to see. Wait and see what happens with that. 602. Jay's Elemental Dragon. Yeah, I'm not too sure about these. I don't know. They're not tickling my fancy. These villains. And it's only because I can't. This is the first wave I've looked at them and gone. I. The only actually it's giving me. Oh, what's the? Oh, good grief! Is it Kevin Costner in the water film? And the enemy tries to fight them all off, and it's actually a show at Universal as well. They do the Waterworld. It's giving me Waterworld vibes for some reason. I don't know why. That's the only thing I could possibly put these together. Mark, take care. Sleep well. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. So, Ultra Bricks, have you seen Waterworld? Sean, are you alive? Or actually, I wonder if there's pieces being involved on this, and that's why Sean's panicking and not saying too much. Understandable. But Jay does look good in his outfit up at the top. So, course I have. It's a very good film. Well, if you have seen the film, does this give you Waterworld vibes or not? Am I off on the mark on that? Yeah, you're right, Ultra Bricks. That's the thing. There's just loads of them. But I think the weird thing is that I did a short video with Kai in a tracksuit. I will show you. Hang on. And weirdly, this is quite scary actually. So I spotted this before. Now I don't mean to show off at all. So if I come up here and type in, I've actually put in. I spelt it wrong. I put in cat instead of Kai because obviously I'm a moron. But as you come down, you've got all of these minifigures, all right? And for whatever reason, the first video that is popping up at the moment for a short, if you keep coming down, is mine. See? So that is Kai in the tracksuit from the Ninjago city. He is just in a plain tracksuit, which Kai Ninjago movie. This outfit here. He's in the outfit that's in the video. The exact one. That's all it is. Basic, bog standard, nothing fancy. The value, apparently, of this minifigure, this thing here, is outrageous. So, and people have gone mental for this because when I put it up, I don't know why, but people like Kai. So even though this just is a standard print, there's nothing fancy about it. Apparently, this is uber rare, and I'm assuming it's the only, because obviously it's the only version of Kai in the Ninjago movie, and they must have only done him in this tracksuit in the one set. So if I find, if I do, let's actually might as well use Bricklink to our advantage, shall we? Can I find Kai? So we've got Ninjago. That's what we want. That's what we want. Right. Can I find? Where do we get to the minifigures? That's what I want. Oh no. No, 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 no. We're doing so well. Don't start throwing a spanner in the works. Don't start throwing a spanner in the works. Right, Ninjago. No, it's not Ninjago docks we want. Oh, can I? Are they not on Bricklink? I thought you could. Oh, well, this is a good start. You can't find it. How hard is it to find? Oh, I've got the rarest Kai going. I don't even realise. Isn't that exciting? Oh, right. That's not what I'm after then. That's what I'm after. That picture. There we go. What a bell end. And it's not there. It is. That's Kai. That's the one. So I think I should have just gone to here. So this is the one that I've just done a short with. So why are people going ballistic for this? It's not that. Well, it is. Oh, look. 49.95 from the UK. Fantastic. 60, 62, 65, 66.99. Mine is absolutely mint as can be. It has just been stood on the set and lightly molested while doing the shorts. Good start. And I can't find a particular piece. Oh, off to a good start. Yeah. So what is a shout for that? But how could I make that work? What could those characters go with? Yeah, but you should see the amount of figures that come with it, though. That's the thing. I know I've gone off track with it a little bit, but look at them all. So there's all of those characters that are in there, and maybe because there's no actual ninjas. You got one. I own all of those, so I am happy with that. Well, I didn't realize Kai was so expensive. And I think a lot of people haven't seen it before, and they thought it was fake. So they're trying to say that I was using fake. I don't know why people say fake Lego. It's not. It's either Lego or it's another company. 70600. Oh no, it's not. 70599. Oh, hang on. What am I? Who am I for a start? What are we going on? Where did we get to? 70602. I think that's where we got to. Seven 0602. Was this the one that we were looking at before? Yes, it was. So do we feel so how what my big question is to everybody, because don't forget, how can I make these figures work in my actual setting? Because the ghosts are easy enough, because they could just go in with the haunted stuff and I can have the team around it if required. All of the stakes and the skeletons would go with the they would go with the roller coaster. The Nindroids, which Sean has missed, all of those filthy Nindroids would literally be penetrating the city with viruses. So that's easy enough because they literally just destroy everything. But this is the first line of characters where I've gone, I don't know what I can do with them. Apart from just have them literally walking around. But they do kind of link. See, I'm thinking if they're part of a snake army, and if they are, and this is like the general, then that's okay. but I can't quite remember because it's been a long time since I've seen this. But even this minifigure is £2, £2, 296 in a very good condition. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, because I've got a lot of water in the Ninjago area, so if they're on a boat, that's what I'm kind of thinking. They need to be on like a bounty or something, really. But the bounty's is the wrong. Yeah, yeah. I just, there's no sets at the moment that have jumped out and gone, oh yeah, this is what you can do it with. They are water based, that's for sure. So we're only in winter 2016 as well with these 70604. So we're going for this. What are you? What is that? It's a dog shank, apparently. Well, that's changed things ever so slightly, isn't it? A dog shank. Let me guess, £400. 11. I thought the big figs were really expensive. So say if we more than likely be there or thereabouts 20 quid by the time you find the ones from the UK. What a bizarre. So you've got Cole as a ghost. You've got Nia with her completely different outfit. And then you've got just him randomly. I mean, the character. I really like the prints, but I think they do need to be on some sort of boat, and they can just all be together, just waving at everybody. And then you've got Wu with headgear on. Yeah, this series sort of is a bit of a blur to me. I'm going to rewatch them all, obviously, so I will know. 70605. But if I am going to go all in and try and get some of these figures, then I've got to think of where they're going to go. Oh, that is Waterworld, isn't it? That's what they've copied. That's the thing that flies in on the plane, because there's a plane in Waterworld. There's definitely a plane in the Waterworld show, because it breaks through the wall and splashes the whole crowd. So is this the set that they're all from? So it's not a boat. What it is, yeah, look, it's a pirate. That is weird. I like it though. Is it weird that I quite like it? I quite like that. So that's from 2016. So they're pilots, are they? Are they pirate pilots? Is that why he had the goggles on at the beginning and I just didn't clock on? What do we think? So yeah, the big fig is great. Oh yes, the lesser spotted dog shank. Oh, a modded version of Harry Potter ship might work if there isn't a Ninjago ship. Well, that's true. There's a couple of Ninjago ships, but they're the big bounties and they're meant for other things. But this looks like 70618. 70618. Well, funny enough, the Destiny's Bounty I own. I actually do have this boat. It is in the collection built already. So I have that bounty because it's a beautiful bounty as well. But do we go for an air vehicle? What I'm so confused with. How badly priced is it? Hey? Right, okay, well that's so the set itself without the minifigures is 75 quid. So it's 90. When do we get to complete? Right, very good condition, 100% complete with instructions, no box or extra parts. It's 117. So that might, I don't know if that is the one. I don't know if that is. It is literally a pirate flying thing, I'm assuming. Because I could have that over. I could have that flying over the Pirates of the Caribbean Black Pearl, couldn't I? If I wanted to be silly. And I would just get all of the other minifigures to go in that thing. But that is whatever that was. And then we're moving on to wave 11. But that really was different. So I think Sean's a fan of the spotted dog shank. I think he's a big fan of that. Yeah, I think it would. If I can have this up and flying, I think that's the answer. It is literally Waterworld / Mad Max, because God, why is it? What is the Waterworld show at Universal? Hang on. Waterworld show at Universal. It's a stunt show, obviously. So this is the this is the backdrop that they use for the actual show. Look, and the plane comes straight through here, down in the middle, and it lands in the water and absolutely soaks everybody. That's the plane. So obviously it's just a well, it's a big thing. It is amazing when it comes through. It's such a good show. But that's what that reminds me of, because even see all these people up with the big cannons and all this, and him at the front. That's what it reminds me. I've seen the show, and I was like, yeah, I think it is. So maybe that's our events. Maybe I have an event section of the theme park, and we use the Misfortune Keep. That is such a weird looking thing, though, because you've got like. There's a lot going on with that. I don't think it's going to be a very big set either. So if you just had this up high and I had all the minifigures around it, it's just a sole display and it'd just be landing in water. Oh, I've solved my own misery. Oh, mystery, sorry. The mystery of the green plate. Did you mock something or did you put it somewhere else? What have you done, Sean? What have you done? Right, how long do you want to keep going? Do you want to look at another wave, or are you getting bored? Do you want to see some more Ultra Bricks, or are you now settling into your hotel room nicely? Because the next wave is called The Day of the Departed / Skybound from 2016. In honour of the 5th anniversary, mid-2016 saw the release of 9 sets, which of 6 which tie directly to the Day of the Departed special. Through appear predominantly in Series 7, featuring the ninja fighting deceased villains who attempt to take the heroes' places amongst the living using the departed blades. Cole's RX form debuts here, is returned to Coral with ghostly scars and new ability known as an Earth Punch. The other 3 sets continue to be based on events from Series 6. I think I remember this series. It was a fruity one, if I remember rightly. Oh, yeah, it's got the lighthouse siege. Oh, it's got the cave. It's got the samurai cave in it as well. That could be an expensive set. I forgot about the Christmas tree in this. Oh, Sean. Oh, no. He's had a schoolboy. He's had a schoolboy error. He's forgot to take the rest of the parts away. Right, we'll just do a couple more. We'll do selective sets then. We'll do one washi. We'll see. We'll just see how we get on. We'll see how we get on, and then we'll wrap it up. So we are starting off with 70588. Again, nothing for me for this. This is absolutely fine. Nindroids are back by the looks of it. I think they are. There we go. Yeah, they are. So we've got the return of the Nindroids, and of course, Zane is his half and half again. So this is the Day of the Departed. So it's a 6-part special telling one story, which is pretty cool. So that's not too bad. 7, so 8, 9. That's the Rock Roader. Oh, I've got to stop doing that. I've got there. Click on that one. Little, what? Who are you? Well, I know who you are, sorry, but why are you in this set? Little Nathan is £2, £4. Nice purple robe. I don't have that, so that can be thrown into something. It looks like, yeah, these are the Stone Army. So it looks like they're going back to previous villains, which means that these are different SKU numbers, I think, and are just super cheap again. So that's probably why then a lot of these are so cheap, because they came out over multiple years. Oh. Jitsu Battlegrounds. This is the spinner, I think. Yeah. It's just like a little spinner thing. Well, you got Master Yang. That looked like that was that was the Jitsu Nia, looking great in that as all as purple. This one is expensive. This is her this is obviously where she gets to her final potential, and is now 51.65. So what we saw with Cole and everybody much earlier on, this is obviously the season that it happens for Nia. Red Face is a good fig and a good name. What was his name? Who was Red Fig? I've missed it. Oh no, who have I missed? Which one was it? The one before? Oh, I don't know. The pressure's on. I can't. I don't know who you were talking about. Where are we? This way? No, this one. So, Red Face, good name, good colour. Sean forgot about the Christmas tree. Forgot about the Christmas tree. Right. So 91. So for me, I'm lucky because all of these, the figures that have already been shown. You have got Zane as a look at that. Zane in a prison suit. That has to be 30. 87 pence. £1.25 with a mark on the face. It would be from the UK, wouldn't it? Don't really want a mark on his face. Prison outfit, nothing said. £1.50. What is how? Because these are cheaper than the magazines. What the bejesus is that all about? That's a great looking character. I'm going to have to just sit on Bricklink and just find, because ideally I want to find a seller that has obviously figures cheap, but multiple ones, so I can just order it from the same person, because I can't be bothered to go through a million things. I cannot believe how cheap that figure is. That is outrageous. So that is part of the prison breakout. So the other characters that are involved in this is this one just here. So that's again, they're just all in there. They're all, we've seen the red face already in the earlier waves, but in a prison outfit, it's £2.47, £2.93. I think that looks very good because we know what the head looks like. So that's a great figure. That is great looking figure. There's some definite army building stuff that can happen. I keep clicking on the wrong thing with these. Then you've got the pirate, Captain Stotto. Yeah, exactly that Ultra Bricks. That's what I want to try. That's what I want to try and do because I don't want to get them from multiple people either. I would just like to find somebody from the UK that has a wave of the same characters and just go from there. But we know the snakes are the expensive stuff. So I said these are back. We've seen these already. Different color across the top. He is wearing a thong this time though. He's got a different crotch protector on. Yeah, I know. The double arm. I know he does. Yeah, the big guy. I know. The oh god. Yeah, because the forearm, the forearm bone character reminds me of the Star Wars guy with all four blades. But you know for a fact that if I wanted a red underpantsed vertical grip jester, that is going to set you back £2. There you go. And I think I've seen Bricks and Bobs pop up a few times. Shout out to Bricks and Bobs. What do you have? Right, minifigure in general. Where's an N? LMN. LMNNN. Ninjago. You got 14 Ninjago characters. Every single one of them is a good price. Yeah. That Lloyd is £1. Then you got the droid, you got used, you got the so if you could just do so, if I could literally go, I want top one Cole, Frank Jaw, Ghost Warrior, pick a Kai, two Skybound ones. So I'm not too sure why they're different prices. Then you've got the tournament, you've got all the different Kais to go by as well. Yeah, that's what I have to do, and then just add them to cart and clench. But you have got what would be that's say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So for £15, you can get a lot of minifigures from Bricks and Bobs. Shout out to Bricks and Bobs. So that's what I'm going to have to start. That's what I'm going to have to start doing. I'm going to forget. I'll write it down because I will go and have a look on Bricks and Bobs. But it's the snakes that are worrying me a little bit with how much they're gonna be. There we go. I bricklinked the Simpson CMF and managed to get them all from 2 sellers. Was worth it for far less hassle. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm thinking of doing. So you just literally managed to go. There were 6 from one seller, 5 from another, and it was just done that way. Because I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I just need to find sellers that have multiple characters, and just obviously from the UK as well. Like we'll use Bracknell bricks. We'll check you out. So, what Ninjago ones have you got? Three. See, that wouldn't be any good. And then in the poly bag, they're in the bags as well. So no. No. So it'd be a no. So Bricks and Bobs, yes. That one, no. But I've got a funny feeling they get the seller does better from Brick Owl than Brick Link, but I don't know. I don't know if I remember that rightly or not because of the percentage that the websites take. So if I don't know anybody now that has a Brick Link store and a Brick Owl store, because I would have asked and tried to go that way. So this is a thing. We got all of these for the Green Dragon. So we've seen all of these. We know what all of these minifigures are. Yeah, but it definitely looks that way. But it's definitely worth putting the effort in because I would just go by series. That's what I would go by. There's some because there's some nice characters. It's just tracking all of those down. Right, the next one's going to be expensive. Which is this one. And again, it's the same type of thing. Look, £120. It's the same type of set that goes for a huge amount of money. But clearly, what is that? I don't know what the value is in the sets. That looks like a Mortal Kombat character. And yeah, see, that's the money. So again, cubes and bricks, 15.55. So yeah, there's some nice things in there, but it's expensive. Some of them are expensive. Like this set is the expensive bit, and I don't understand why it is. I mean, if you start working out the individual cost of the figures, and if this is going to be another double digit that's higher up, then you could possibly then think, oh, actually, there's a lot to it. But I've never seen that Zane before. I've seen the show, so obviously I've seen him like that, but so I've not seen the minifigure buyable like that, like this close up before. So there's some really nice figures in here. So that's the pilot, isn't it? Now I'm looking at them. I'm like, I can't believe I could have a flying pirate, like a crew of. Yeah, that is a bizarre set. I wonder if that seller, for example, had that set and they had a load of other minifigures, and you can just get it ordered in, and that'd be done. I wonder. Right, I'm going to wrap things up there, and we're going to carry on with this next time. So I don't know. I think I'm going to carry on with the build tomorrow. So we'll do the build tomorrow afternoon. Obviously, carry on with what I was doing before, and then maybe carry on with this for an hour either Sunday evening. If not, we'll carry on with it on Monday because it's going to take ages. So, and if there's any new sets, we'll talk about the new sets. Then we'll just jump over to the Ninjago bits and pieces. So you're gonna have to stick with it for a little while. But let's end the poll now. So the poll itself, that is, where are we at? We're at 21 votes for the poll. Everybody that's liked the video, thank you very much indeed. Poll has been ended. Clear winner. A very, very clear winner. 67% of you said your next set purchase, double points, good giveaway. Amazon sale, 24%. So nobody wants to go in store at all. None of you clicked going. So nobody wants to leave the house and shop. Standard. That is standard. So, yep. If you could, well, hopefully you're not snowed under tomorrow. Fingers crossed, everything is good. And again, if any Americans are watching this in the replay or lurking in the background, hopefully everything's good, fit, and healthy with you. And the storm has not yet kicked in too bad. Sean, hopefully you are living the dream with the Christmas tree stuff. And yeah, I'll catch up with everybody tomorrow afternoon, 3:30 for the build. And then the next evening live stream will kick off whenever it kicks off. Right, take care, everybody. Bye.